Johnson, the chance for Baldico. Baldico has scored the equaliser for Manchester City after 4 minutes of stoppage time. And we await extra time. City have come back from the dead. Ball that was made a quick run here down the channel into one stick on the counter. And from despair to delight, the City fans celebrate. Would you believe it? Balotelli. Silver again, Balotelli. Pitbull. Toure. Manchester City have one hand on the FA Cup. Manchester United have done all they can. That Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. And watch it, drink it in. There's a good try. Incredible. Ilkay Gundogan. Right from the start. That is stunning. Manchester City have done it. Once, twice, 3 times the champions. Champions of Europe finally. History made in Istanbul. The treble complete. History makers. For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Good afternoon, Blues. Evening, actually, not afternoon. Evening. Good evening. It's the time to say it. It's the time to say it because that's the man we're facing. The man who says evening. Good evening. And it's not. It's got potential to not be a good evening tonight. Aston Villa. What a game this is. Cup final, as Pep Guardiola says. Absolutely is 100% a cup final today. And I mean, what an important game. The team selection as well is fascinating as well, with very little speed going on in that side. Not much speed to speak of whatsoever anywhere on the pitch, really, bar maybe Nunes. That's about it, really. No speed anywhere. Marmoush as well, but we'll get onto that shortly as well. But I mean, a lot of these players that Pep's picking have stood us in good stead recently. They've done all right with us recently. And this Aston Villa side, they are coming into this full of form. Full of form. And I mean, it's going to be a really, really difficult game. An exciting game. I think it will knock Villa out of the catching us sort of chase for the top 5. I don't think it rules them out. If they lose, I still think they could catch Forest, depending on results. I still think they could catch Newcastle, again, depending on results. But to add a 4-point gap between City and Villa now, with what would become 4 games to go, I think that's too big a gap for Villa to claw back, because I could still see them dropping points, and City, the form, the confidence we'd gain from beating them, I think we'd go on and win most of our games for the rest of the season, because I think this is the most difficult game for the rest of the season going forward. But how's the chat doing? How are you all doing? Make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Make sure you're subscribing if you're new as well. I saw that, mate. If you are the Stefan Ortega, I'm pretty sure you're not, because you probably wouldn't have commented then. I thought at this point, hang on a minute, maybe he's on the bus. Maybe he's just chilling, like on his way to the Etihad, because you posted that before we went live, Mr. Ortega. So I thought maybe it's the Stefan Ortega. I was like, oh my God, am I famous? the football players are like becoming a member to Typical City. Pretty sure I then wouldn't see you in the chat like 10 minutes before kickoff. While I just saw you make a save, and there was no mobile phone anywhere near you, mate. So you got my hopes up. The fact that you posted that as a matter of a minute ago, I'm fairly confident it ain't you. It ain't you. Oh, so definitely not you. Excitement over. Excitement over. But massive respect to you for becoming a member, first of all. And if anyone else wants to join the Stefan Ortega, you're more than welcome to do so. Link is in the pinned, somewhere in the pinned chat at the top, I believe it is, and in the description of this video. You get access to emojis, and you become a well-respected individual in this community. And it's worth doing for that reason alone. But it's good to see everybody in the chat. Reese Edits was in here nice and early. Mate, how are you doing? Good to see you as well. Phil, good to see you, mate. Blue Moon Phil's in the house. Hello, Johnny. Hello, everyone. This is a tough one. Villa comprehensively beat a top Newcastle side, so we need to be at our very best. That was a great, to be honest, up until about the hour mark, it was like very even, Villa Newcastle. Because it was straight after the previous game. Who did we play? Everton. And anyone who was tuned into that probably went straight to that game after this, as did I, and started watching it. And I was thinking 50-50 game up until about the hour mark, and then Villa just blitzed them. And Newcastle seem to have a silly result in them nowadays, don't they? You know, we put 4 past them, and then they've just had 4 put past them by Villa. I do think Newcastle have got some weird frailties going on with them, and they can go on the 3-game run where they look unbeatable, and then they'll go into a game where they just drop a clanger like that. But good to see you, Phil, anyway, mate. Come on, City says, come on, you Blues. Big M's gone 2-1 to the Blues. Start the kids in Kovacic. City win 3-1, says James. Well, we're not start. Well, we've got a couple of kids on, haven't we? We got the absolutely audacious goal-scoring Nico O'Reilly, who is playing at left-back again today, which is exciting. Asparagus. What a great name. I enjoy you, but I do not enjoy the smell of my wee after I have had asparagus, just to let you know. Because what is that? What is that? There's so many foods in this world that don't affect the smell of your piss. Like, there's so many. But asparagus? What's that all about? It smells like death. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. It's like one of the reasons why I don't eat it now. Because I don't want to go to the toilet later. Anyway, good to see you, mate. Murlog, afternoon blues. Due to the mostly positive form, I'll go with a 2-1 victory. That's my prediction as well. A lot of people are going with 2-1. That's also my prediction, 2-1. Rashford's playing. How much do you want to bet Rashford scores today? I can almost see it's a guarantee. I can feel it. How many goals has he got at the Etihad as well? I can think of at least 3 in a United shirt. He scored very early into his career as a youngster at United. He scored another goal, I'm pretty sure, when Gabriel Jesus was pissing around with it on the edge of the box. That rings a bell. And then he scored that absolute screamer last season, which was like smashed in off the bar. I remember that. So Rashford has a very good record at the Etihad, and he's up front for Villa today. Douglas has gone 6-0, gone full church there. I remember the abomination of Culture Club and the Church of the Poison Mind as what I described at the time as the death of culture in my lifetime. You're a poet, sir. You're a classy man, Douglas. I know. I can see you're a man of culture, you're a man of class, and I love your linguistic nature, my friend. You're very good. And then you follow it up with, imagine if the rags ruled the world. That'd be a terrible world to live in. Lucian, mate, I'm going to give Church a run for his money. Instead of 6-0, he's going for a 2-1 to the indefatigable, I don't know, I knew the indomitable, indefatigable, that's a new one, that's a good one. I'm impressed, Lucian. Manchester City, not watching because it's 3 a.m. kickoff, fair dues, mate, but I enjoyed that word, great word. Going to be Googling that later. Melvin, good to see you as well. Church is in the house. This is an obvious 6-0 to the Herculean Sky Blue Juggernaut. Come on the Blues. Peter Beale, I will predict the Villa. So we've got a Villa fan in here. 3-0 you're going for. Up the Villa, he says. Love your channel, by the way. Well, Peter, mate, you come in with respect. You deserve respect. You know what I mean? If you approach this community with respect, like we've had an Ipswich fan. He keeps popping in and out. I think he's called the Random Ipswich fan, which is easy to remember. I'm sure there's a Leicester fan called Safella, if I remember rightly. He pops in and out. We've got a Villa fan now in the chat. We've had multiple rival fans that have come in and given plenty of shit, and they've quickly scurried away back under the rocks that they crawled out from under after the last 4 years living under them. Very much living under rocks for the last 4 years. Most fans have when it comes to having a conversation with arrogance towards a Manchester City fan. But recently we've had a lot of people giving it a bit of that. But you, sir, have approached this community with lots of respect. So you deserve respect yourself, mate. True Blues gone, come on City. Massive win needed, very much, sir. Alex Thornby, 2-1 City, Marmouche late winner. I would love a late winner again. That was such a good... The way we won against Everton, I'm hoping we can carry that into this game, because for me, it was not the greatest performance. I do feel like we got the job done and we turned the screw eventually in the last 15 minutes. I think I wouldn't say blew Everton away, but we certainly... We upped it a gear. We went up a gear. We went through the gears, didn't we? And we looked so much better in the last 15, 20 minutes. With one of those players who got that goal now starting today in Kovacic, which means no Nico Gonzalez, which excites me because Kovacic is in the goals at the minute. He loves his little slide tackle finish on the edge of the area. But Nico Gonzalez, I thought he had an all right game. Mullet, howdy idiots. Good to see you, Mullet. I'm wondering how many beers you're down, mate, because you're normally 8 down for like a lunchtime kickoff, aren't you? It's bloody 8 o'clock at night, mate, so you must have gone through a full crate at least. A keg minimum, I'm guessing. Hope you're good, Mullet, mate. Hope you're good. Chad, City for the win, and many more. And as well, I saw Adriano in there as well. What's up, my guy, Jonny? And I'm hoping for 2 late winners with McAtee scoring at the 88th minute and Marmouche in the 92nd minute. That'll be unbelievably enjoyable if that happens. And we've had another member as well popping in, so much appreciated. Where's that gone? JSTA guy, welcome to the Typical City legend as well, mate. You've gone for the top tier, mate. Absolutely supporting me to the maximum availability of you. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much. Really do. And Ryan as well. Thank you very much, Ryan. You're a legend, mate. Not going to be an easy game by any means, but I trust our veterans, brackets, pensioners, to deliver. They've been doing all right lately, mate. They've been doing all right. You know what I mean? People have been knocking them, but the facts are, City, I think we've got 1 defeat in 9 at the minute, which is not bad going. 1 defeat in 9, considering our recent form. 9 games with 1 defeat. It's not the end of the world, is it? Also, where is Echeverri and Hassanov up the Blues? Yeah, I saw that, by the way. A little bit of hype before the game. Was it? Was it Simon? I need to sort this out quickly. Bear with me 1 second, because I've just like properly messed up the chat there. Oh, there we go. There we go. And there was others as well. Just quickly go through the super chats. Ryan, mate, good to see you. Jonny, my man, worried about this lineup, but to be honest, I would be worried with any lineup against this Villa squad as of right now. Yeah, me too, mate, because I'm not that bothered about our lineup too much. I think I'm actually a bit worried about McAtee. Even though he scored, it was the 4th goal, wasn't it, against Crystal Palace? So I think we might be seeing that Marmouche and McAtee link-up play with almost like a front 2 sort of system, with De Bruyne sort of drifting behind them a little bit. That's my bet. But I thought that against Everton, and we ended up seeing Bernardo Silva very much on the right wing. So we could see him a bit more of a right midfielder rather than a right winger. But I do think McAtee and Marmouche will probably be up front again. And McAtee's the only one, and I've not got anything against McAtee, and I feel like I'm quite negative about McAtee, and a lot of people love him, and a lot of people want to give him time. And I would love to give him time. If he was given 6 games, yeah, it's harsh to judge a player on such a microscopic amount of football. And that's what I'm doing. So it's harsh. I'm being harsh when I say I don't think he's good enough for City. And I stick by that. I don't think he's good enough. I would love for him to stay next season and be a squad player. I just don't think he's good enough for, I asked the same question. I asked it against Palace, and I don't think he would get into the Palace side with Ismaili Sarr and Eberechi Eze being the 2 main players that he could take a position off. I don't think he's getting ahead of Eze, and I don't think he's getting ahead of Ismaili Sarr. Is he getting ahead of Jacob Ramsey? Possibly. Morgan Rogers? No. Rashford? No. He's not getting ahead of them players. So if he can't get in the Villa side, why should he be in our side? If he can't get in the Palace side, why should he be in our side? That's my thinking. I'm not sure. I'd love for him to be a squad player, though. But again, I think a lot of people might disagree with me and actually want to see more of James McAtee, which is fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, Ryan, mate, I appreciate your super chat, mate. But yeah, Villa are on fire right now, aren't they, mate? Absolutely. And big up Jeff. Good to see you, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, you've just got me excited, mate, because I've been looking at this all day. Do you know what I mean? Oblivion Remaster, mate. That shadow drop, mate. Loads of people are going to be like, what are you talking about? But you know I'm a gamer, mate. I'm a big, big gamer. And if anyone's about to play Oblivion Remastered, fucking buzzing, mate. Downloaded it. I'm not going to play it tonight, obviously, because I'm doing this. But I might be doing that tomorrow a little bit. A little bit of Oblivion Remastered tomorrow. At least I have Oblivion Remastered to cheer me up if we don't win. 100%, mate. I'm so excited. Nervous today. Villa steamrolled us last time and now no speed today. Mate, I love geeking out with Jeff, man. Being a big old pair of geeks, me and Jeff. Love to see it. And Mullet's dropped one as well. Just washed my hair. Viva la shampoo. 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 Anyone who's wondering that, that's the new name for Pep. That's it. Let's go shampoo. Shampoo. Got a bit of shampoo in the house. Shampoo. Viva la shampoo. Yeah, man. If Pep ever found out that I call him Shampoo now on the channel, who was it? Was it William? I think it was William who last Watchalong said that he thought it might be a legitimate reason why Hassanov has been dropped recently because he called Pep Shampoo as a joke and Pep dropped him. I mean, that's so funny. If that's obviously it's not true. That's so funny to just imagine that as being true, though. I would definitely have a problem with Pep in that scenario, by the way. I would be fully looking at Pep going like, mate, chill out. It's just a joke, man. Shampoo. Chill the fuck out, Shampoo. I'd double down. I'd be calling him Shampoo. And I think every player at the training ground should be, from that point onwards, calling him Shampoo. You know? That's a quick way to lose the dressing room if you can't take a joke about a shampoo. Do you know what I mean? So there's no way that that's even true. 100% not. But we're going to call him Shampoo from now on. Who has 2 thumbs and is going to get drunk? Me. I didn't realise there was a joke coming there. I was like, who has 2 thumbs? What's going on? But yeah, you. Well, you. I'll have to give you my thumbs. But yeah, big up to you, William. Mullet Daddy as well. How many gifted to shave your head and shampoo it? Oh, mate. Mate, I don't know if you can tell. I'm a bit of a... Well... I don't say the word because like I'm a bit vain with my hair. I must admit I do take a bit more time than I probably should with my hair. I care a bit too much with my hair. We're doing the old put a little pine in, like all that shit. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay me quite a bit to shave it. I did shave it in college as a bet, and it was with it was over United. And it was a Manchester derby. I basically said, you shave your head if City win. I shave my head if United win. United fucking won. So I had to shave it. That's it. That was it, basically. That's the end. It's not a very exciting story because none of you saw it or anything. It was kind of one of those got to be there moments, really. But there's Shampoo. Look at that. Ba-ding! Like glisten off his head with the beautiful, beautiful shampoo. Teams as well. I need to get into that as well. D Merc XX. Good to see you, mate. How's it going, Johnny? Love from South Africa. Big up to you and big up to South Africa. Where's everyone watching from as well? I love to find this out, by the way, because it blows my mind. Because I very much and incorrectly think there's predominantly English people and Americans. And I love finding out how wrong I am. And there's other people from all over the world watching. And then Anthony pops in with Blackpool, just as I was trying to be cultured here, Anthony. I was trying to be like, oh, where could they be? What special corner in the world are you watching from? Blackpool, Pleasure Beach. Good to see you, Anthony, mate. Appreciate you. South Africa, Luxembourg, India, Macedonia, Trinidad, Bristol, Senegal. Good to... Oh, man, this is quality. It's so good to see it. It is mint, man. Jamaica, Yorkshire, India, Pittsburgh, 3 p.m. North Korea. No way, man. Birmingham. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria. Mexico. I love that, man. Mexico. Nice, man. What's that flag? What's that? And we did a flag thing the other day. That was embarrassing, man. I was like, oh, yeah, everybody, put your flags in the chat. I'll get it. I'll get it. You absolutely destroyed me. Who was there for that watch along? You put so many flags in the chat. And I was just like, what is that? What? I mean, what is that as well? Like, that's like a house off Game of Thrones. That's not even a country, is it? Probably racist what I just said there, but I didn't mean to. But is that Israel? I think that's Israel. I think that is Botswana. Man, it's good to see LA as well. Big up to LA, man. Big up to LA. Chill out with the spamming full game streaming. If mods can deal with that. Anyway, we need to talk about the starting 11, which I've not even given you because it's about to kick off. I've gotten a bit giddy. Oh, that I know what that one is. That's the gay pride one, isn't it? Pretty sure that is. Pretty sure that is. Arizona. No way, is it hot? And cacti. I love the cacti. I know, man. Terrible. Terrible. I thought I was good at it, mate. I thought I was good at it. 3 a.m. in Malaysia. Big up to you for watching at 3 a.m. There's some super chats I've missed as well, so I need to go back to them in a minute. But the game's about to kick off, so I need to get the clock ready. Villa are going to kick us off. There's going to be a protest today. Right, game underway. Clock is up and running. Right, team news quickly. Ortega, Nunes, Diaz, Vardiol, O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic and Gundogan, De Bruyne, McAtee and Marmouche. Not much difference from a Villa side. And they're in here. They're in already. Rashford's in. Rashford, it's going to be 1-0 already. Don't do this. Is it the post? Rashford's hit the fucking post. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Like, I don't know where to look. Don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. Do you know what I mean? You know when you're standing there in a photo and you're like, what do I do with my hands? It's like one of them moments. You're like 20 seconds in and they've hit the fucking post. Jesus Christ. Ruben Diaz just got turned inside out by Marcus Rashford. And hey, maybe that's a good luck omen if the game's going to start like that. I don't know whether you want to look at that as a... Let's put a positive spin on it. That's good luck, that was. We had QWERTY in here, mate. Was actually curious what shampoo is Pep using. There's no way. He must just like slap on a bit of talc. Wash it with water. There's no need for it, really. Is the corner ball to City nice and early? Marmouche doing... I can't stand it, man. Even when a City player does it, it bugs me. What is it with every game now? There is a player, or maybe 3 or 4 normally, during the course of a 90-minute match, where they have to sort of do that to the crowd. Come on. That fucking does my nut in, man. It's just like, you play well, do something exciting, then the crowd will cheer you. It's as simple as that. Was curious what shampoo is Pep using. I don't know, QWERTY, mate, but I doubt any, really. I don't see them. Do you need to use shampoo if you're bald? De Bruyne with a shockingly bad corner. Straight out of the Manchester City playbook. I swear to God, man. Do we ever practice corners? You could see what he was trying to do. He was looking for a long, loopy ball to... I think it was Nunes who was waiting on the edge of the area, but he telegraphed it. Made it so obvious. De Bruyne crossed over everybody. I thought he had not a great game. I remember seeing your comment, Douglas, as well. You thought I was generous, didn't you? For giving De Bruyne a 6 in the last game. And I'm inclined to agree with you a little bit, mate, because I did feel a little bit generous. I think it's because we got the win. I feel a bit harsher when we lose. When we win, I'm like, I go easy on them when they win. When you're absolutely right, I don't think De Bruyne did deserve a 6 in the last game out of 10. I really did think he was pretty poo, but I was very happy to see the Everton fans show the respect that they showed him, which wasn't something I was expecting because he was substituted, wasn't he, with a few minutes to go. And then the Everton fans applauded him off the pitch. I thought that was nice. Good to see respect being shown to one of the Premier League greats, maybe the Premier League greatest, certainly in his position, you know, and his category of player you would consider him. Mullet Daddy as well, all watching a pasty white man in his bedroom. Is that me? That's me. That's me. Am I pasty? Bit pasty. These are going red tonight, mate. I'm telling you right now. I'm already quite hot. And I'm like, yeah, feeling it a bit. I'm feeling hot. I'm telling you right now, mate. What a shocking start to the game as well. Hit the post. Fun fact, my sister punched Gary Neville's daughter in the face in town for trying to steal her taxi. Do you know when people say fun fact, they are very, very rarely fun. Very rarely. That is extremely fun, that fact. That is a very fun fact to know. They're never fun, are they? People say fun fact. Like 3 out of 4 people get cancer. Like that's not fun. No, that's not fun at all. Balling across. It's going to be... Oh, it's bobbling around in the penalty area. City need to clear the lines here. Bernardo Silva just about does. Oh, tell you what. Mullet Daddy, fun fact. What happened there then? I want to know the backstory to that. My sister punched Gary Neville's daughter in the face in town for trying to steal a taxi. That is a... What's the word? Is it upstreamed? When you get upstreamed, when you're like doing that. It's off Curb Your Enthusiasm, that. Anyone who watches Curb in America. When you steal a taxi and you're waiting for a taxi, then someone just stands in front of you and puts their hand there. Yeah, really annoying. To punch her in the face for it, that's quite... I'm not sure I want to mess with your sister, to be honest. That's your sister just kicking asses and taking names. This name being Neville. What do you reckon she's called? Because isn't Gary Neville's dad called Neville? So she's probably called Nevilleina Neville. Nevilleina Neville, that's what she'll be called. Oh, no way. That's mad, man. Funny. Right. Come on, City. We need to up this big time. Make sure you're hitting the like button, everybody, if you've just tuned in. And consider subscribing if you're new. Membership is in the pinned comment if you'd like to support the channel. Even more, massively helps. Ruben Diaz. Oh, it's not a bad ball, that. If he can bring it down, he does. He sends McAtee away, but he's been forced away from goal. Good ball, that, from Diaz. Marmoush nods it into McAtee, but McAtee was sent a little bit away from goal, but not a bad idea, that. Interesting for City, to be honest, to go long and direct like that, but it nearly worked. But so far, we've seen Villa hit the post and get a dangerous ball into the box that has caused not quite a goal-mouth scramble, but, you know, a bit of pinball in the penalty area. So I'm a little bit concerned how this first 6 minutes has gone. But City, in the last minute or two, have tried to take control of the game and they're knocking it around at the minute in midfield. Prodding and probing. Diaz again goes long, but this time switching it all the way over to the left to Marmoush. Brings it down. Lovely touch from Marmoush. Goes to the byline. Chips it across. It's got to be Bernardo Silva. Yes! Yes! Bernardo Silva! Don't play Bernardo Silva this head. He's popped up with a vital goal, and it's all from Marmoush's brilliant wing play. Brilliant. Great ball from Ruben Diaz. Marmoush brings it down, skins the fullback, gets to the byline, prods it across the face of goal. It takes a deflection. Drifting into the box late is Bernardo Silva, who smashes it against Martinez, who couldn't save it. Couldn't save it. 1-0 City. I'm stunned. Stunned. Again, Diaz going long. Can't believe it. 1-0 City. Martinez is complaining about something here. McAtee, they complain. Bollocks. He's in the goal, mate. He's literally behind you. Cannot be offside there. He is in an offside position, but there is no way James McAtee is interfering with play there. Not a chance. I mean, McAtee is like... I think that's what he's trying to do there, Martinez. He's a shithouse, isn't he, Martinez? A funny one. I actually quite like him. But that's a massive goal, that is. Massive goal for City. Shampoo is absolutely buzzing right now. Up the Premier League we go. Buzzing, lads and lasses. Oh, mate, Jeff, you're getting me a little bit aroused here, mate. Can't lie. Can't lie. I might go wild. I might be a Khajiit or something. I I might be a Khajiit thief. I think I might go for. We're going to bore people, Jeff, if we start talking about bloody Oblivion Remastered, because I imagine 99% of the people here do not give two shits about Oblivion Remastered. We're winning and we're in third. We're in bloody third. We're third. We're one place behind the great Arsenal and the great Liverpool. And we're so shit, apparently. But here we are, chilling in third. I said it a while ago that I would love City to get second place. And it's not out of the realms of possibility. Very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. But, yeah, we're not a million miles behind. What are we, 6 points behind Arsenal? I think we are. Five. No chance. No chance. We're five, and they have a game in hand. So, yeah, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Completely got that wrong. Absolute bollocks. Coming out of the mouth of Jonny on Typical City. Like and subscribe. Great play. Looking at the replay now from Marmouche. Took a very fortunate deflection from Concert, which is... It's got to be killing Villa to look at that, because you look at the amount of Villa bodies that were in the 6-yard box. I think this could be down as an own goal from Martinez, actually, because it looks like he saves it, and then it comes back out from his hands. It looks like it's ricocheting away from goal, and then back off his knee, and then in. So I think that could go down as a Martinez own goal. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're talking about. Anyway, it looked like that, because it looked like he saved it, and then he deflected it onto his own body. Long ball over the top here for Marmouche to get on his bike. But it must have been a tricycle, because he couldn't make it. Oh, look, Argonian. I'm a lizard. Martinez, OG. What is Haaland doing? I love Haaland and his haircuts, man. He loves going for the Viking look, doesn't he? That was one of those. He just did one of those yawns, like one of the ugly face yawns. You know, if you're yawning, you should just embrace it, I think. Because if you fight a yawn, you look like such a shit, don't you? Because if you just go... everyone's like, oh, fair enough. It's perfectly normal biological reaction. The man is having a yawn. It's like... like that. But if you try and fight a yawn, it's like you just look like a twat, don't you? And that's what Haaland just did. A Viking who's fighting a yawn. Hero of Kvatch remake. I'm a nerd too. Viva la City nerds. Hero of Kvatch. What's that? I don't know what that is, mate. Hero of Kvatch. Don't know what that is. McAtee down the right wing here. Good to see you, Clara. How you doing? My prediction was 2-1. Ball over the top from De Bruyne is easily collected by Martinez. He forced it a little bit. Forced it. I've gone 2-1, Clara. What are you going for? Elder Scrolls, is it? What before it? Because I know Morrowind, I know Oblivion, obviously know Skyrim. Hero of Kvatch. Is that DLC? I've never heard of it, I must admit. So maybe I'm not as big a geek as I thought. Oh, Ortega, who's in the chat, by the way. Big up to Ortega, chilling on his phone between the sticks for City. I've been a big fan of Ortega this season. Well, I certainly made a statement about him that went down reasonably well. Ball over the top here. Nunes couldn't quite bring it under his spell. So far, that goal has it probably not for long, but it temporarily taken the sting out of Aston Villa's tail, for now at least, because they've done nothing since we started controlling the game from about 6 minutes in. Then we scored. Villa seem a little bit rocked by that. They seem a little bit shook. But they'll regroup They've got a strong mentality. Don't forget they went, what was it, 2-0 down to PSG? They nearly knocked them out from one of the most ridiculous situations. Marmoush has done really well there. Wins the ball off Conser, who was pissing around with it deep in the Aston Villa half, but we're not really been able to manufacture anything from it, but we've still got the ball, at least on the edge of their area. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. He's got Nunes out here on the right. Come on, City. What a win this would be if we get the 3 points tonight. What a win. Marmoush. Be a shame if it goes down as a Martinez own goal, because that means Bernardo Silva's not getting the goal and Marmoush loses an assist. That'd be a shame. Yeah, I'm starting to hear it, Ryan, mate. I'm starting to hear it, which would be great news. I like him. I like the look of him. As soon as I saw him in the Euros, man, or was it the World Cup? I can't remember which tournament it was. Oh, Nunes. He's got caught on the ball. His pass back has just given it straight to Rashford. But there's still 2 to beat for Marcus Rashford. Ruben, he's gone down and it's a dive. It's a dive. It's a dive. It's a dive. Ruben Diaz, they're looking for a penalty here. Jacob Ramsey should be getting booked, to be honest. If it's not a penalty, it's a dive. I don't see how it's one way or the other. There's no middle ground there for me. I don't understand how the referee's not gone and booked him for that if it's not a penalty. Or he's not been brave enough to make the decision and he's going to go back and look at it. Because Marcus Rashford started driving into the penalty area. He overran it. It looked like Ruben Diaz was going to get it. And then Jacob Ramsey actually comes in and Marcus Rashford's over-attempted dribble ends up turning into a pass. Now they're looking at it. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. Shit. It's going to be a penalty. Fucking hell. It's a penalty. They've stopped the game. Middle of the game. When you stop the game, it's definitely a penalty, this. You got to go look at Matheus Nunes fucking around with it. He had a great game against Everton. He had a great game. And don't tell me it's Matheus Nunes. Or is it Ruben Diaz? It's not a penalty for me. No. That's nowhere near enough. There's nowhere near enough. We're talking about the slightest of brushes with a thigh to an arse cheek. That's not enough. There's not enough in that. I'm sorry. He's going to give it because he's been sent to VAR. There's no way is that a penalty for me. No. There's not enough in that. It's too small a touch. He's going to give it. Yeah, he's giving it. He's giving a fucking penalty. What a mountainous twat. Ruben Diaz does that and like his thigh like brushes the arse cheek. There's nowhere near enough in that for me. There's no attempt from Ruben Diaz to actually take him out. He's barely touched him. He's barely touched him. And Marcus Rashford's going to get that guaranteed goal that I promised you, by the way. Because he's going to be taking the penalty. Pep's going mad. And I agree, man. I rarely think that's... You know what I mean? If it's a penalty, I will hold my hands up. I am not biased when it comes to thinking things are good decisions or bad decisions, but that's a shit decision. The fact that VAR got involved and stopped the game for that. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the referee made a decision. If the referee called it a penalty, I would understand why VAR didn't overturn it. I would understand it that way. But to stop the game for that, bollocks, man. Absolute bollocks. Come on, Stefan. Rashford, slow, buried 1-1. Oh, shambles, man, shambles. Steve disagrees with me. Where are you, Steve? I saw you before, mate. Come on, Jonny, it's a penalty. I could see Villa wanting it. I could see it. I just don't see that as a penalty at all, man. It's just not enough. It's just not enough in it, man. People are saying a dive, and I would agree it's a dive. There's the most minimal amount of contact ever, but it's the fact that it's like no attempt. It's just he's just doing that, and his arse cheek just like passes his thigh. It's like nothing in it. There's nothing in it. The fact that they keep showing it is a real indication that even the fucking people in the media don't know if it's a penalty because they keep showing it. They keep showing it. Perhaps Shampoo's lost it, man. He tries to stop but still clips him, but it's a pen. You think it's a pen, do you? I don't think it's a pen, mate. I don't think it is. Ball over the top here, Marmouche. Oh, and if he could just control that a little bit better there, that's 2-1 City. Martinez. Come on, that's good. It's almost like stuck a fucking rocket up our arses, that has. Not that that's a good thing. I don't advise doing that if you're looking for a pick-me-up. Not advisable. But from an analogy point of view, it might spark City into a little bit of anger. You know, but Villa, they're going to feel like, right, we're back in the game. Level playing field once again. Let's go. Pep Guardiola, Shampoo has been booked. United fans saying no pen. I really didn't think it was a penalty. Question is now, is playing on here. Marmouche edge of the area. De Bruyne takes it off him. Don't think Marmouche wanted that. He gestures Nico O'Reilly to go on the overlap. Gives it to him. For me, it's... I would say, if the referee gave it live in the action, and he gives it, I don't think VAR would go back and overturn it. And I would understand that. Because it has to be clear and obvious. That's the point. And that, for me, is why it's not correct. Because it's like, how is that clear and obvious a penalty? The fact that so many people are already disagreeing in the chat, and I'm sure most of you are City fans who are saying it's not a penalty, but we've got a United fan saying it's not a penalty. I imagine there's quite a few neutrals that will look at that and think, that's not a penalty. There's nowhere near enough in that. Nowhere near. And Pep doesn't get that annoyed. Do you know what I mean? I think Pep's quite an honest guy on the bench. He doesn't lose his shit like that. That's some bellend in VAR who's probably sick of City being where they are. You know what I mean? He doesn't want us to be where we are. It's some bent twat in VAR. Because we've opened a can of worms this year. I've forgotten his bloody name. What's that guy's name? Who's the referee? Who's like no longer a referee because he was a fucking coke-sniffing Klopp hater. Do you know what I mean? So, pretty sure that it goes on. That's opened the eyes to the general public that referees, albeit we like to think they're robots, they're not. They're human beings who make decisions. And they have opinions and they have favourites. And clearly, I think there's going to be a few that don't like City. It doesn't need him, though, for me, but stone wall is a strong statement. 58 go, Jay. David Coote, that was it, Larry. Stone wall. I'm surprised you're going with the word stone wall. You can tell by the fact that even if you're saying he clipped him, he didn't need to go down. It wouldn't have taken him out. It wouldn't have taken him out. Like the delay in the fall makes it obvious that it wasn't enough to actually knock him down. McAtee drops it. Mateus Nunes, and we do need to like go back to the fact that Mateus Nunes is the one that gave it away and put us in that situation. To be honest, that's annoyed me because he had a superb game, I thought, against Everton at the weekend. I thought he was brilliant. Ball in here. Kevin De Bruyne flicks it on. That's got to be something there. I just couldn't quite get enough on it. He couldn't quite get it either side of Martinez. He just carries on. The path of the cross doesn't divert from his head. If he could flick it a bit more or a bit less, almost, one way or the other, either side of Martinez, it's so close to him, that could have been 2-1. We could have scored 2 since that penalty, you know. Marmouche had an opportunity he couldn't bring under his control, and that De Bruyne header there. Mullet used to play centre-back. You have to be careful when you're behind the striker. He tripped him with his knee. It's a foul. He didn't stop himself. I've played centre-back as well, mate. I play defensive midfielder normally, but I've played centre-back. I've played the game. Graham Souness. And Mark Goldbridge nowadays. He seems to have taken that. He used to be Graham Souness. Saw him in... where was I? Can't remember where I saw him. I don't know. But they keep going back to this penalty incident. No, I'm looking at it in full speed. The more I see it, that one angle there looks worse than any of the angles, I must admit. But still, it's just not enough. I just feel like it should be an attempt to take a player down. To be fair, what did we see the other day? Who was it who got sent off? Was it against Liverpool? Someone got a second yellow card. Was it the Villa Newcastle game? I can't remember. Who was it? Someone just clipped someone, and it just like the smallest amount of clips, and they ended up getting a second yellow card and sent off. And he walked off with no objections to what the referee had done. I just feel like in that situation, it needs to be a much bigger commitment from the defender. You know, he's doing everything he can to not touch him. And then even the touch itself is just nowhere near enough to actually bring him down. And then he falls over. It's certainly not one that City gave away, put it that, apart from the Núñez pass. In terms of the Diaz versus Ramsey side of things, Ramsey won the penalty. Diaz didn't give it away for me. I think it's more of a winning of a penalty. Nah. But it's good to see people have a different opinion on it. I find that interesting. Interesting. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Please do. Helps massively if you're... I'm watching it on Sky, mate. I've always thought that, Ryan, or like tennis. Is it tennis have got it as well? Number of challenges you can make. I don't know how it would work in this situation, though, because if we challenged it and then what? They just said, yeah, appreciate the challenge, it's still a penalty. Isn't that what they would do? Yeah, I always try to approach like that, Clara. How would I feel the other way? You're right. Kovacic! Saved by Martinez. Long drive, that from Kovacic. One that was quite easy to save. And I agree. I like the approach. That's how I always think about penalties. If it was the other way, would I be claiming it? I'd still be like, honestly, I would be like, I'd feel a bit, like, not the... Surprise 58 said stone wall. I certainly don't think it was a stone wall penalty. The fact that there's a conversation is reason for it not to be stone wall. Because otherwise it's like, you know, most people agree. You obviously get people who just say no penalty, even if someone like Kung Fu kicks someone's face. You know what I mean? Like, no way. Do you know what I mean? There'll be Liverpool fans who said Mane shouldn't have been sent off for giving Edison 600 stitches. Do you know what I mean? Like, no way, didn't go near him. There'll be people who think like that. Do you know what I mean? But still. Who remembers Ben Thatcher's yellow card at the what at the time was called the City of Manchester Stadium? Oh, Bernardo Silva's just been kicked in the stomach. And he's gone down here. Are we just leaving that, yeah? Is that cool? That's cool, man. No worries. Bernardo Silva's just been studded in the ribs. Referee's like, no probs. Oh, he's having a wander over now, is he? It's that front three that are going to be causing us problems. Let's have another look at this. Because we could be asking for a red card here. It's a high boot, but I mean, it's not a red card for me. I mean, there are going to be City fans who want it to be a red. But he was a bit, he studs up and he studs him here. Do you know what I mean? But it's like a clip. Again, so showing my trying to be fair, I don't think that's a red card for what would be Jacob Ramsey on Bernardo Silva. Certainly wasn't intentional. The fact that Bernardo Silva lowered himself as well, it always frustrates me. It's like, you know, when you get clipped in the head. Not happy. But this game's spiked in terms of the animosity between the two sides. City, I'm not sure how we play when we're frustrated, though. I think we're better when we're cool, calm, and collected. I do feel like when we lose our shit and we get agitated, I'm not sure we play our best football. We make rash decisions. We can't lose this game, man. We have to at least draw. At least be a draw. You know, keep Villa behind us is key at this point. One game down, Villa are still behind us. I think that's a way to look at it. Ball to McAtee here. Oh, and he just always seemed a little bit... The whole move was like we were slowly working our way towards Villa's goal there, but each pass looked a little bit slow and not quite there. I know, mate. He was just knee height on Bernardo. Is only 5 foot. I know. He was just walking, mate. But Jacob Ramsey was just walking past Bernardo Silva and he stood on his head. Oh, fucking, what was that? Oh, shit. There's Bernardo Silva. Yeah. Yeah, they're full of energy, aren't they? It's that front three, man. Long ball over the top. Luca Dini's a late arrival here, coming late from left back. And James McAtee wins the tackle there. But it's the 3 R's, isn't it, of Rodgers and Ramsey and Rashford. Bastards. Tillemans as well. He's a baller, man. I think he's a good player, him. Really good player. He scored that worldie. Was it last season or the season before? An absolute screamer. Ball in, throw in. Got to clear it. It's bobbling around. You've got to clear your lines in this situation. Ruben Diaz eventually does, but Jesus Christ, we make hard work of it, don't we, lads? Good tackle that from De Bruyne. Throw in again coming in, though. Luca Dini's got a bit of a throw on him, hasn't he? This one wasn't there, though. That was where the B was for the word Betway. Yeah, referee's pointing him back. Because I started walking forward then, thinking, because he's a bit further away from goal this time for the throw-in. He'll still get it into that De Bruyne area against Onana, and Onana just brings it down on his chest, and then gets it back to Luca Digne. Whipped back in by Luca Digne, back post, up in the air by Pau Torres, who knows where the goal is. He's a bit of a goal-scoring defender, is Pau Torres. I rate him. He's a good player, that Torres. Arsenal, mate. Pretty much all the Arsenal games where we've lost our heads, we've not won. You know what I mean? In the treble winning season, we were just so composed. We just knew we were better than them. The following season, last season, in both games, and even in the... there was a final, wasn't there? The Community Shield final when we were angry, man. You could sense it. So they're the games I'm thinking of. Kovacic's bringing it forward here. We've won a corner. Half an hour gone. City got a corner. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. But yeah, I mean, still for me, I'm annoyed it's been given as a penalty. I really don't think it was. I'm open to the suggestions, though, the other way, though. I really think there's a reason why people would say it is a penalty. Because there is connection there. It's like, ugh, it's just shit. It's not enough. De Bruyne. Corner ball in. Flicked on by Vardiol. And O'Reilly, if anything, just got in his way. It seemed like they crashed into each other. Yeah, Vardiol just flicked it on. Got a bit too much on that there as he flicked it on over the bar. I think that's fair, Maxwell. I think that's fair. Let me talk. Let me talk. Hopefully, Ryan. I believe so. They were saying he could be back for the end of this season. I just don't see the point in rushing him back. I think we should just be patient. I'd be fine with him not playing in the Club World Cup, to be honest, and just take the pre-season, get back to play a few pre-season friendlies. Even though, are there going to be any pre-season friendlies? I'm not sure there are going to be any, so maybe that probably will be the available option to actually get match practice. I'm not sure there is going to be any pre-season friendlies. because we're going straight into the Club World Cup, which would be, well, there's going to be a little break before it and then a little break after it, and that's going to be the players' rest. And then in between, we've got this Club World Cup, so I think that is the pre-season. I'm not sure how we're going to... well done, Josko. Brilliant strength against Rodgers there. Plays it into Gundogan. Just out-muscled him, put him on the floor, takes the ball off him. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant that from Josko. De Bruyne switches it. Long ball. And it's just overhit it. It's just... There was... And I haven't got the article because you have to subscribe. My dad actually has the physical newspaper because my dad's old school. Does anyone else still get actual newspapers? Buy the real thing, the physical paper? Does anyone else do that still? My dad does. And I wonder how long that's going to live on for. I wonder how many people are going to have newspapers. Like, in 10 years, do you think they're going to still exist? Because now everyone's just like, boom, straight on my phone, get the whole article. Kate Broom gets real newspapers. I kind of miss it. I know what you mean. It's a nice thing, isn't it? But my dad was reading the Times anyway, and in it there was an article that he showed me that I wasn't aware of about Kevin De Bruyne, and he had a bit of an interview, and there's a little bit of animosity. I was surprised at some of the wording. It'd be interesting to hear him the way he said it, because I do feel like great play from Mateo. Oh, that's fantastic from Nunes. That is great recovery run that on Jacob Ramsey. Someone's getting booked. Who's getting booked here? Luca Digne getting booked. City didn't even want the free kick, but De Bruyne has gone down here. But the speed of Nunes to get back then. But anyway, yeah, De Bruyne's interview with the Times, if you've not seen it, he said that he was disappointed in City's decision. He was surprised at the fact that they didn't offer him a new contract. And he's open to going anywhere, including Europe. And he's also said something along the lines of saying he's surprised he hasn't had that many offers. But, yeah, it didn't seem like it ended on the greatest of terms between De Bruyne and the club. I'm sure it was amicable and, like, civil. It just felt like there might have been a bit of a disagreement there, and the opinions didn't quite align. It's not like De Bruyne has gone into the club and said, I'm ready to leave, and they said, we're ready for you to leave. It doesn't sound like that. It sounds like he was ready to stay, and the club have said, I'm sorry. O'Reilly, ball in, Mamouche! Oh, he's over the bar. He's got to get that right, actually. I'm looking at that and thinking that's just a bad miss. That ball from Nico O'Reilly was on the money. It was right onto the forehead of Marmouche, and he's just got it wrong. Bit of a 50p head, that one. That is the definition of a 50p, that is. Yeah, 50p head. The club portrayed Kevin. Oh, I'm not sure about that, mate. I do think the club's got to look out for the club and the player's got to look out for the player. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's plenty of respect. He will get the recognition he deserves on his way out. I'm sure them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a statue. We're talking about... We're not even talking about one of the... We are talking about one of City's greatest ever players. We're talking about the Premier League as well. The country has not seen a player like De Bruyne before. So I think he will get the recognition. But I understand that like he might feel a bit frustrated. But you got to consider the guy's on 400 grand a week. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but isn't De Bruyne his own agent? I'm pretty sure he represents himself. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any representative. Like he goes into these negotiations himself and represents himself. That's what I've been told. Or that was early days. That might have changed. But you wonder if there's any sort of stipulations that an agent would be definitely like aware of. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas if you're a football player, you're not going to be educated on contract law and things like that, are you? And little reading the small print type scenarios. Do you know what I mean? So you wonder if maybe that got involved a little bit. Maybe. That's pure speculation on my part, by the way. Don't take that with a pinch of salt. But Ruben Diaz switches it over Nico O'Reilly's head, gives it straight back to Villa. Is that true? Well, I know at some point he represented himself, so it might have changed, but I know maybe years ago. When he joined City, he was representing himself, which is very unusual for a player to do that. You know, really unusual. Rock Nation Jay-Z. He still does he? Right. That's really good play by Onana there. Just dancing around the attempted tackles of Kovacic, and then a great ball to Marcus Rashford, and Marcus Rashford's in. And Ortega with the save. A weird save, but a save nonetheless. Oh. We can't have this game turn around. We don't deserve to be losing this game at this point. I would say we've edged it in terms of overall. I'm not sure we deserve to be. I think we do, actually. I do think we deserve to be winning. I think we've played okay. He's well offside now. Leave it, Kovacic. Nunes then. He's offside again, I think, there. Yeah, offside again. Come on, man. So long ball. It was great play by Onana in the middle of the pitch there to skip past Kovacic and McAtee. And a good long ball over the top from Luca Dini to Marcus Rashford. Touch is a bit heavy from Marcus Rashford, who couldn't quite take it under his spell, but still got an opportunity to have a little poke at it on the corner of the 6-yard box. Ortega comes out. He's looking for that De Bruyne finish against Leyton Orient. Who remembers that? Visualise that goal. That's the type of finish he's going for. But he doesn't get enough on it, and it just comes off the knees of Stefan Ortega. But Marcus Rashford at the Etihad can piss right off, mate. I'm sick of this guy, man. He often... Oh, no, De Bruyne, mate. You've given it away there. I need to sit cross-legged in a minute. I really do. He looks so much better at Villa, doesn't he? He really does. I could see... You know what, United? If he spent another year at United, I could see him heading for early retirement, Marcus Rashford. He's proper saved his career. He's only gone on loan, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure it's not permanent. No, is it permanent? I should know that. This is a timid one, Groover. This is a very calm and casual watch-along you're watching here, mate. That's very basic conversation you're witnessing there. You have no idea how mad shit can get, mate. But welcome to your first watch-along. Yeah, loan to buy. Yeah, I thought it was. They're definitely going to cash in on that, aren't they? They're definitely going to cash in on that. Say, I would love Lamine Yamal. No, it's not going to happen, mate. But chill with the spam. 41 minutes gone. Free kick to Aston Villa. Cleared by Gundogan at the near post. Up in the air by McAtee, who plays a nice little clever side foot volley pass down the line to Marmoush, who sends him away by doing that. Marmoush is then pulled back. Marcus Rashford's got to be getting a... This guy's a twat. This guy's a complete mountainous twat of unbearable proportions. What a bellend this referee is. Clearly Marmoush was just pulled back. It's a yellow card and a free kick to City. Doesn't even give the free kick. He looked like he enjoyed watching the foul. What a shocking decision. Oh, good to see you, Aaron, mate. How are you doing? It's got talking points, put it that way. I wouldn't say the quality is very high. I think both sides have been a little bit sloppy on the ball. Villa have been a bit wasteful playing out from the back in their attempts, and City have managed to win the ball back, or at least be given the ball back from silly situations. I feel like we've been equally sloppy at times, a little bit higher up the pitch. Nunes pissing around with it. And then, of course, you got the penalty, which for me wasn't a penalty. A lot of people in the chat say it is a penalty, and I think a lot of neutrals will say it was a penalty, and I think the same will say the other way. I do feel for me it was very, very soft penalty. Cross from Ramsey's blocked by Ruben Diaz. Corner ball. Sorry, Rodgers it was. Would you have him back? Would you have Morgan Rodgers back? Who would you rather have, Morgan Rodgers or Gibbs White? I do feel like, I just feel like they're playing, they're peaking, and they're at the right clubs they're at right now. I feel like if they came to City, they would just be like a squad rotational player that doesn't fulfill their potential. Ball in. Oh, what's gone on there? It's cleared off the line, and I don't think he knew anything about it, Nico O'Reilly, because the header, I think it was Onana who just bullet headed from a corner. Just a blurred, fucking bang, absolute bullet header. And it smashed O'Reilly, I think, straight in the face, because he's doing that. He's like, fucking, what's happened there? Yeah, it smashed him in the face, didn't know anything about it. I'm not sure it was actually going in, actually. Looking at this header from Onana. Yeah, it's going well wide. It's going well wide. Adrian, it was a mistake. He's playing all right since then. He had a nice recovery run, Adrian. Ramsey, I think it was, coming down the left-hand side, showed a real turn of speed, but it was a genuine mistake. It's the reason the penalty moment came about was definitely because of Núñez. And it was just one of those, like he started to drive infield. He was on the right wing, reasonably high, past the halfway line. He was about 10 yards into their half, started to drive infield and overran it, and then had to stretch. And he actually got on the end of his pass, but tried to pass it back to Bernardo Silva, who was on the halfway line, going back towards Ortega. Completely gets that pass wrong and sends Rashford away. And Rashford starts sprinting down the left wing away with the ball. Just a simple giveaway, basically, from Núñez. And then the penalty happens. So, yeah, Nico O'Reilly ball in, up in the air by Onana. Half time should be we should be hearing that pretty soon. 4 minutes, plenty of time for a goal. Diaz tried to find. Well, he did find McAtee, but it was a bit of a hopeful ball. We're in trouble here if we don't get a good tackle. Kovacic, mate, brilliant recovery tackle that from Kovacic, because we were in trouble there. Tielemans dilly-dallying on it a little bit, and Kovacic just picks his pocket. If he showed a bit more purpose there, Tielemans, and started driving with it, I think we were in big trouble, because it was a bit of a 3-on-3 situation, but Kovacic just got back, and then he dinks one over the top for De Bruyne, but straight into the hands of Mr. Martinez, the World Cup knob simulator man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, explaining to, like, the legends like Pele, like, one day there will be an Argentinian goalkeeper who will pretend the World Cup trophy is his penis, and seeing his reaction. That, as a concept, is bizarre. O'Reilly snipping in Matty Cash. He's Polish, isn't he, Matty Cash? Bernardo Silva, like, getting his feet all tangled. But then, given away by Villa again, dilly-dallying in midfield. They are not playing that well, and we aren't either. It's frustrating me, because they're here for the taking. They really are. Núñez chops it back to McAtee, looking for Marmoush. That deep cross coming in, Marmoush. It's just... I swear Marmoush is a little bit worried about getting hurt sometimes, and I am not a fan of that sort of player. It really gets on my tits, as people in the watchalongs, past watchalongs, have found out. Savinho copped for it. I always thought Mahrez was a bit soft. What a player he was, amazing, but any sort of tackle that needed to be won, like an aerial duel or anything, Mahrez was like, nah, mate, not for me. It's not for me. That air stuff, jumping, heading, nah. That's not for me. He didn't want to do it at all, did he? And I don't like it. It bugs me, man. I want a player that is at least willing to do it. Even if you're shit at it, give it a go, mate. Don't be scared. And I feel like Marmoush is looking a bit timid. Ball's coming into the box then, and he was a bit like, I might be being a bit harsh on him, but I do feel like there's a couple he could have gone for a bit more aggressively. The one against Pickford, I felt like he was worried about getting hurt by Pickford. You know, when Michael Keane comes on and underhits that headed back pass, could have been 1-0 at that point. Thankfully, we won the game and it didn't mean anything. But that, for me, that poke suggested that he didn't want to go full in to Pickford and poke it past him and then get taken out by him and either score or get yourself a penalty. He just didn't fancy it for me, and I'm got my eye on him. Got my eye on him when it comes to that great interception by Mateus Nunes. And James McAtee just wasn't alert there. I thought he could have done better with that because Nunes just cushioned it down. It wasn't straight at McAtee, but I felt like he could have done better than that. Matty Cash now driving forward. 10 seconds remain. Are Villa going to get a chance to take the lead? He's got a cross in here. Bernardo Silva slipped and he's headed it vitally only to Marcus Rashford on the edge of the area. He's looking for a shot. Wants a free kick. Don't you dare blow your whistle, you twat. He's going to blow his whistle for half-time now, surely. Surely. Marmouche, that's a strong tackle. And there's the half-time whistle. Or is it? Or is it? I don't know. I think it is. Here it is. It is. Half-time. What a odd game of football that was. 45 minutes of, yeah, very bitty. Not a very, you know, it wasn't a great football match in all honesty. It was a little bit flat. And yeah, I'm not surprised to be honest. I feel like there is a protest going on, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. There is, I think it's finished now actually, but there was a protest going on. I'm sure people have mentioned the fact that there were empty seats early on in the game. City were doing another protest again. I'm not sure how well this protest has gone compared to the previous, but the club listened after the previous one and did do the amendments that they were asked, or some of the amendments that they were asking for to the ticketing policy at the club. So the fans are still not happy with some things and they want things changing. Clock, you were the first, mate. You're absolutely right, mate. But yeah, what a frustrating game that was, man. Mutondu, you're a pep out guy, aren't you, man? I remember, of course, the first thing you say, this is ugly football by Pep. It's not attacking, it's not expansive, it's toothless. You really don't like Pep, do you, mate? Football fanatics sack Pep. Izan, mate, hope you're good as well, mate. Pep saying in his interview he's feeling sorry for Doku. He needs to start now. Yeah. He's saying that he should play. I'm not sure. It seems to be, this new system seems to be always, the front three seems to be at least De Bruyne and Marmouche and then someone else. Twice now we've seen McAtee. Against Everton, we had Savinho. Against United in the Manchester derby, we had Foden. But it's always De Bruyne as a floater. And then Marmouche drifting in front of him. Not enough, really, in the Manchester derby. If anything, he was actually behind De Bruyne too. It seemed like they didn't understand the system in that Manchester derby. Now they seem to get it to the point where they created enough chances to score 5 against Crystal Palace and beat Everton away 2-0. So the system isn't really to blame right now. And he played McAtee in that 5-goal win, 5-2 win against Crystal Palace. He's gone with McAtee again, and I'm not sure Pep knows who that player should be. Who's that player that should play in that position? Because the fact that Foden is fit, I think, or he's fit enough to be on the bench, I think is an indication that Pep isn't bothered about his fitness anymore. He's more thinking like, you're just not playing well, mate. Foden needs next season. He needs the off-season as soon as possible because he's not at it at the minute, is he? The whole season's just been a season to forget for Phil Foden. Whereas who should be that player? Savinho, I thought he was lively against Everton, but still, like, yeah, he had that one shot really on the edge of the area when Marmouche and Savinho linked up in the second half at Goodison Park. That right foot effort that was saved by Pickford. That was about it from a genuine threat from Savinho. But there wasn't much threat from De Bruyne. There was virtually no threat from Marmouche in that game, apart from the one mistake from Michael Keane where he was gifted an opportunity to create a threat. But then he brings on Doku. And as much as Kovacic was almost the headline grabber, because obviously O'Reilly was the headline grabber, but in terms of the substitute headline grabber, Kovacic got all the plaudits because he was the goal scorer, and most people are drawn to the goal scorer. But I swear, man, Doku changed that game. He put the frights up Everton. He just got the ball and just started driving and driving and driving at him. And just pinned them back, you know? And Jake O'Brien just could not live with him. You know, I swear, didn't Tarkowski get injured when Doku came on? It might have been before that, actually. It might have been before that. But still, I was convinced Doku was a real impact in that game. Even though he didn't get an assist or a goal, I felt like he was the biggest impact, even though Kovacic was the one who scored. You know, and I would love to see Doku come on in this game, even if he has to play on the right. And you keep Marmoush and De Bruyne in those positions and just play Doku high up the pitch, you know, and get the ball into him and just cause chaos, man. Because that Villa defence at the back is it's rickety. It doesn't seem that assured. More on the ball than anything, you know. I think defensively they're not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but they are trying to play out from the back, and they've been failing in doing that. They've been giving it away a fair bit. So I feel like you throw Doku into that mix, it can cause chaos, you know, and sometimes it could be organised chaos, which, you know, if we can thrive in a chaotic situation like that, I think we can get ourselves a winner in this game, and Doku on for me. Oh, and Dini has a yellow. Great point. Great point, Yazan. Doku on. People want to see it. People want to see. That's what people want to see. That's what people. Not the piss. The chair. Some people might want to see the piss. Actually, fucking weirdos. Forgot Rashford had the hit the post. 17 seconds it was. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, having a look at this Silva goal before I go for a pee. I'm not looking at that penalty again. I can't be arsed. Bernardo Silva. Do you think that's... it's gone down as a Silva goal. Have a look at this bit here. Because this side angle will show the ball hitting Martinez, then coming back out off him, which means it's now no longer active as a Silva goal or an attempted goal. I think that's an own goal. But I would be happy if they give it Silva. I hope they do. But I actually think Martinez saves it. Here you go. This is the angle. The one on the byline. The one on the goal line. Here you go. Are they looking at it to decide? Yeah, I think that's an own goal. I think that's what they're talking about. I can't hear what they're saying, but my bet would be they are deciding whether that is or isn't an own goal. You should always give it to the attacker in that situation for me. But there's Núñez giving it away. I'm going for a pee. Enjoy talking to the chat. The chat as well. And the chair. getting in like Superman. No, he does not. I love how long this joke's been going on for, man. Peter Swales. I know that guy. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. Yeah, I can't do a piss whistle this time because my little girl's in bed. So my little lad's still awake. He's upstairs watching a YouTube channel called Milo and Chip. Go and watch Milo and Chip on YouTube. It's like Minecraft videos, but the voice of one of them. Imagine that being heard in your house for like 12 hours a day. Like, the voice of this guy, man, is like... It's fucking hell, man. Like, drives me insane. My lad loves it, though, man. Oh... Do I? Not sure I do, really. Pretty sure I support a side that's won a treble. Domestic quadruple. 100 points. 4 Premier League titles in a row. Never been done. I don't think I do. I think a reasonably large football club. He's serious. Seeing Penback Diaz get a bit of the ball. So how they stop the game for that dive? That's a mad one. I didn't see that. I didn't see him get the ball. Maybe he did, but I don't know. Nah, he's all right. He's only joking, man. Like, that's the sort of thing that's like, if you can't live with that as a comment, as a bit of banter, then you need to give your head a wobble. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm quite happy to have a conversation with someone who says something like that. Do you know what I mean? Even people who are worse than that. It's banter, man. It's football. It's what it's all about. Big up to JSTA guy, mate, for the donation, mate. Really appreciate that. And you said, I think we need to bring Grealish for McAtee. It's not a bad shout. He's been very good since the PSG game. Whenever he comes on and plays really solid, Jack gets a lot of fouls. I'm not a big fan of that as a thing. Like, everyone says he gets a lot of fouls. I don't like that because we haven't got anyone to do anything with it anyway. But one of them might be a pen, maybe, and sub Doku on. I'd still go for Doku, mate. I would, but it's not a terrible decision to bring on Grealish. I think you would probably better off seeing... Marmoush has never really played off the right coming in, really, though, has he? He's always either been central or left. I think he has actually played on the right, but it's his least played position. Certainly in his Eintracht Frankfurt days. He might have played there for Egypt, but... yeah, it is the fact that they stopped the game. That's the big thing for me. Whether it is or it isn't, stopping the game for that. Do you know what I mean? So many little things like that happen in football all the time. And it's like, if the ref misses it, you don't go back to that. That's not worth going back to. That's the thing for me. I've not known a decision like that to be so worthy of VAR getting involved. I found it shit is what it was. Crap decision, I think. Going off what, remember the words. That's the statement that we still have to live by. Clear and obvious. It's not clear and obvious. It's not like he's just scythed him down with an attempted lunge or anything like that. He's doing everything he can to just like step and just make himself as invisible as possible. And he's like barely touched him. Barely touched him. We're talking about like the clip of a butt cheek. Do you know what I mean? Like his arse cheek just wobbled slightly. Like one. That was it. And then down he goes. Penalty. What? You're having a fucking laugh, mate. I don't know. He's just gone straight back into the. I don't know. He's not not even on the bench, is he, mate? I thought that he wasn't on the bench against Everton either. Yeah, no, I don't think he's. I don't know. Maybe it's just not. I think he's another one that, because of the injury, not because of form or anything negative to say about Bob. Obviously, the injury broke his bloody leg. But I'm talking about, he's another one that will be better just call it a restart. I don't think it's worth coming back with 4 games to go and trying to make some sort of impact with 3 or 4 games to go and hoping, from the fan point of view in particular, I don't think the fans should be hoping that these players should be coming back and being our saviour. Like Rodri with 2 games to go, stick him in midfield, even though he's not got any minutes of match practice and he's been out for like 6 months. Longer, isn't it? It's longer. It's like 7 months. Maybe more. Isn't it like 8? So I just wouldn't do it. I just let's just call it a day. Call it a day for the season. Reset. Start afresh next season. And that way you mitigate the chances of aggravating the same injury for one. The chances of aggravating Bob's injury again, yeah, you're talking about a bone, isn't it? It's very, very different to any sort of muscular injury. Re-breaking a bone, it would just be incredibly unlucky. That's lightning striking twice, isn't it, that? But ACL recurrence, because you've weakened it, it's had to go through surgery, it's weakened, so it's more susceptible to damage. So just be careful, man, rushing these players back. But yeah, no, I would like to see Bob make some sort of contribution. He came on, didn't he, at the Etihad? Which game was that? Was it Palace? Did he come on at the end of the Palace game? That's the sort of scenario where you bring him on, because it's like the game was won. 5-2, game done, bring him on. Anyway, second half's about to get underway. Gundo and Marmoush. Gundo gets us underway, straight back to Ortega, which seems to be the way we all kick off now. Every football team in the Premier League just kicks off by giving it straight back to the goalkeeper, don't they? I remember when they never used to do that. After this, YouTube, Vinnie Jones, quickest yellow card ever. It's so funny. So funny. He's just stood on the semicircle and his legs are like revving up like Roadrunner. Like he's not going anywhere, but he's literally like revving his legs up, getting ready to kick the shit out of someone. And because back then they didn't kick the ball back to the keeper, they used to pass it to the nearest player, didn't they? They used to pass it straight back to the nearest player. And obviously Vinnie Jones knew that, and he was just like that. And then as soon as they passed it, it was like just flew into him and just booted this guy about 3 yards in the air, man. Just like absolutely launched him in the air. It was a straight red. It was a straight red. In this day and age, it's a straight red. 100% red card. But the referee was like, fucking yellow card, mate, straight away. You're just like absolute GBH that was, mate. GBH. Ball over the top here. Vardiol's gone down. Morgan Rogers complaining again that he's losing the physical battle. 2 out of 2 now. You've lost with Vardiol. I think you better start whinging, mate, because Vardiol's just stronger than you at the minute, mate. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, Vinnie Jones, man, Google it. YouTube it. It's worth it. It's funny. If you YouTube Vinnie Jones now, you won't get anything football. You'd get, movies and stuff, wouldn't you? What's it? Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. That was it. That was the one I was looking for. What's the other ones he's been in? He's been in others, hasn't he? What's other Vinnie Jones movies? Anyway, City are playing. I remember that, mate. I've been to games where Wimbledon were playing. I've been at Main Road for them, Jamie. That's what I mean. Those personalities do not exist anymore, mate. They do not exist. Good ball that from Kovacic into Bernardo Silva. Got a bit of pocket of space. Finds Marmoush. Really poor touch from Marmoush, but he's bobbled his way through and then pokes it to O'Reilly, who couldn't bring it under control, really. But Marmoush needs to up his game for me, because I did not think he had a good game against Everton. And he's really carried that into this game for me. He got his assist. Let's be fair. He got the assist. That was a good bit of play, that. But since then, he's just had the odd little moment where he could do much better. A little bit sloppy touch here and there. And he was a bit lucky that he ended up getting... He rode a tackle. What is that from Vardiol? Brilliant. A bit of scorpion kick. Defending it like that. Morgan Rogers is losing his head here with Vardiol. He just lashed out at him. He didn't connect with him, but he got lucky then. There's a little bit of a battle going on here between Vardiol and Morgan Rogers. And Vardiol's winning at the minute. He just did a scorpion kick, mate. It was like a long ball from Martinez, and he just went, fuck off. Bit of a scorpion kick. As if I could showcase a scorpion kick while sitting in a chair. Just see the chair just come fucking flying over my head. Oh, Vardiol's injured now, just as I was saying he's winning. He's injured. He's wincing. X-Men 3. That's a random one. Oh, there was a movie with Vinnie Jones that I loved when I was younger called... Was it Condemned or The Condemned? It had Stone Cold Steve Austin in it. It was like an island you'd go to. And it was like a game show, fight to the death. You're all to send all the contestants, criminals, condemned death row criminals sent to an island to fight each other with any means necessary, guns and all sorts. And the last one surviving wins. And like Vinnie Jones and Stone Cold were like the last two fighting. And the final scene was like Twisted Firestarter music starts playing and those two just start fighting. So good. I'm a Firestarter. Twisted Firestarter. You know what I mean? That was my little Firestarter impression. Right, Morgan Rogers is in the book. Yellow card. De Bruyne free kick. Getting his De Bruyne radar out, but he doesn't use it. Leaves it to McAtee, who whips it in. Not a bad ball at all, and it's a good bit of defending because Vardiol was waiting there. Who got that touch on that? Onana. High five all round from Villa players because that was a vital touch from Onana, that was, because that was Vardiol going to get something on it. He was just throwing himself at it, Vardiol, behind Onana, and was probably going to make it 2-1 City, but not for Onana's big right boot, who clips it out for a corner. I have no idea, mate. No idea what I'm doing anymore. I ask myself that every day. I wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and go, I have no idea what I'm doing. What am I doing? Ball in. Flicked on! Oh, you twat. Vardiol with a header flicked on. It was O'Reilly waiting at the back. Villa seem a bit pissed off with Vardiol at the minute. There's a bit of fisticuffs going on here. And he even won the header in the penalty area, and it was cleared by Matty Cash out for another corner to City. Good question. I think a lot of people would say no to you, but I don't think it's a bad result. James has immediately answered you. No draw. Ryan's itching. Ball in. Terrible. It's so easy to defend that. There was like 3 Villa players at the front post. No City player even near them. This time De Bruyne's ball and the near post is cleared again. Amir doesn't want a draw. Wants a win. Groover, I'd like him, mate. I think he would be a good shout for Gundogan, but not this version of Gundogan, because this version of Gundogan plays a lot deeper. Reindeers would play a bit higher up the pitch. I think he's closer to a 10 than an 8. If you had to pick he's that sort of hybrid. The old version of Gundogan. You never used to think Gundogan was a sitter as a 6. Ball in straight into Martinez. Give someone else the corner. Next corner, because that's about 5 in a row from De Bruyne. It's just getting it all wrong, man. Villa are coming away with it. They've been slowed down. Good bit of play. That's better. Well done, Marmouche. Good, strong play. We've held the ball up. What's going on here now? Oh, Martinez has gone down. I think he was claiming he was injured or something as he was trying to throw it out. No, it was an accident, to be fair. Gundogan elbowed him in the back of the head. He didn't mean to do it. He was running past him and then Martinez suddenly moved his head that way and Gundogan sort of like clipped him. He didn't mean to do that. But yeah, in terms of Reindeers, I feel like he's closer to that treble-winning Gundogan. You know, the one that often played as an 8, but crashed the box and got vital goals. Edge of the area, Gundogan. Not sitting, collecting the ball off the back line, Gundogan, that we see a lot of today. So I feel like he'd be a great signing. I do. And I think he'd be a good player to have. Everyone's got the number one is Florian Wirtz, isn't it? I think if you ask any City fan, it's Wirtz, isn't it? That's the one. That's the one. He's a literal game changer. Literally in the 90 minutes, and he's the course of a season. Oh, so unlucky that Matheus Nunes just slipped. He rode the tackle of Digne and then just slipped. So annoying. Ayomidi says Xavi Simons. I did a comparison of the two. Go and check it out, mate. Go to the channel, and there is a player comparison video where I did Florian Wirtz versus Xavi Simons. And statistically, it's an absolute whitewash. Like, Florian Wirtz wipes the floor with him, mate. Statistically. I think he's a very good player, Xavi Simons. I just think Wirtz is just another level. He's, like, elite. He's on his way to, like, Ballon d'Or nominee. Not winning it, necessarily. Maybe. He's still so young. Why not? But he's definitely in that ballpark as, like, this guy's going to be challenging. Oh, Bernardo Silva got caught there by Onana, and I can see the frustration from Onana. Complaining that the referee's given a free kick because it was a bit soft. I must admit, Bernardo Silva pissing around with it there. Got away with that one. Good switch to Nunes. Brings it down on his chest. Plays in a ball to De Bruyne, who's chopped it back onto his right foot and then crosses one to the back post. It's awkward and it's cleared by Digne, and Nico O'Reilly's volley, just that awkward height. He couldn't quite get his foot over it to get his laces through it, so he opened his leg up and tried to go with his side foot instead on the volley at the back post and gets it wrong. He needed to not even shoot. He needed to recognise that that's not there to be shot, that. But still. There's Echeverri behind Haaland, not on the bench today. Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean? This is what I've been saying. They're sloppy. Playing out from the back. Luca Digne, 5-yard pass, trying to play it to Conser, or Pau Torres, it might have been. Just passes it straight out for a corner. Corner ball to City. Stupid from Villa. And we're not punishing them. We can do him here. Is that true, Ryan? That's interesting. That's interesting, mate. Ball in. Oh, Ruben Diaz. It's blocked, corner ball. Oh, that was proper Edin Dzeko at Old Trafford. I thought that was going to be a side foot volley from a corner. Who remembers that? I loved that goal. I loved that goal from Edin Dzeko at Old Trafford. He jumped, mate, and then side-footed it into the top corner. Right at the other end. At Old Trafford. We went 1-0 up super quick in that game. It was Edin Dzeko who scored the first as well, if I remember rightly. This time, De Bruyne finds Marmoush on the edge of the area. Shots! And he's dragged it wide, but he's asking for a corner and he gets it. City are piling on the pressure. Just over 11 minutes gone, and it's been all City so far. A couple of attempts from Villa to come forward, but Vardiola's been mopping up at the back. But at any moment, that ball breaks to Rodgers or Rashford with space and grass in front of them and no City players in sight. We are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. Appreciate that, Barjan, mate. I'll try to, mate. I'll try to. It has to be a valid comparison. Do you know what I mean? De Bruyne with his 8th corner of the game, straight into Martinez's hands. I'm not sure we do, Ryan, mate. It's absolute shit. I mean, at least 4 of them have gone straight into Martinez's hands. I think the rest of them have been cleared at the near post. One, actually, found Marmoush just then, and he dragged it wide for a shot. That was the one before that corner. That was it. The other 7, for me, one went looking for Nunes in the first half on the edge of the area, was just completely underhit, straight to a Villa player. I think 3 others have gone to the near post, cleared by Onana or Matty Cash, whoever it was on the near post. And the others have gone straight into Martinez's hands. No, there was. I tell a lie. There was a Ruben Diaz one a minute ago. He got that right as well. So that's more promising, I suppose. But still, the fact that that was corner number 8, and there's just not really been enough of a sign that we're going to get one here. You know what I mean? We're going to get a goal from a corner. Kamara getting caught on the ball. Oh, and they've broken away with it here. Rodgers coming inside, goes past Vardiol and gives away a free kick. Vardiol's complaining, sticks out his hand. Couldn't quite see what was going on because the camera angle went low down here. Soft again, man. Sorry, mate. Bayun. Good to see you, Bayun. Common name person for the Barbados. Mate, what country you must live in. I've never been. But whenever I hear the word Barbados, I just picture golden sands and turquoise sea. That's literally all I think of. And palm trees. Bet you're going to tell me it's bloody raining now, aren't you? Anyway, City. Free kick to defend here. Tielemans, shit, and he gets away with it. He gets away with it. Looking for a quick free kick, and he's broken free. If they score from this, it's pure luck, man. No way. And it's cleared at the near post by Vardiol. They went for a stupid pass at a free kick. A one-man wall blocked it. McAtee with a one-man wall. And Marmoush driving forward, gets caught on the ball. But here you go, De Bruyne picks up. Get forward, Marmoush. Why are you not sprinting? Ball over to McAtee, brings it under his spell, and then he dinks it, and he puts it wide. What? That would have been... You can't have a go at him for that, because that's not a bad effort at all. Martinez just seemed like he was in no man's land, and all of a sudden, City nearly make it 2-1. Question marks over whether he would have been onside. He would have been, because Matty Cash is on his right boot, little outside of the boot, swinging out towards McAtee. McAtee brings it down. It sits up nicely for him. Martinez has come out. He's almost parallel with the penalty spot. McAtee's looking to lob it with his left boot, side foot, over Martinez's head, and it just drifts wide. And the one player I didn't want to see play today, and I'm surprised they didn't start, and I'm a big fan of his, is John McGinn. I think he is going to do damage to this City side, because that ball has been going up to Rodgers and Ramsey, and it's not been sticking. It's been coming straight back. Now, he's someone you fire the ball into, and more often than not, it'll stick. He can control a game. He's very clever with his positioning. He's got a good first touch. He holds the ball well. He puts his body in between the defender and the ball very well, John McGinn. I do think he's a really good player. And I'm surprised he doesn't start more often. He's often found on the bench. He's been a bit in and out in recent weeks for Villa. This game he's out, but he's back on to the pitch now with half an hour to go. Vardiol nicks it off Rodgers, who continues to lose the battle with Vardiol, and then gives away a foul, and he's on a fucking yellow. He's on a yellow. Get your fucking yellow card out. Is he on a yellow? I'm not sure. He is on a yellow. I'm sure he's on a yellow. De Bruyne's gone down as well here. Let's have another look at this. He's not going to send him off. It's probably not a yellow, is it? But still, worth shouting for, especially if you're in a house where the referee can't hear you. Very worth it. It was Timmy. Good to see you, mate. How are you as well? Hope you're good. Buzzing, Hannah. 7-hour flight. Where have you been? Bloody Nara. Appreciate the support. Ball in from De Bruyne is cleared by Pau Torres to the edge of the area to Bernardo Silva. And Kotic with a volley. Saved by Martinez. He loves a shot, doesn't he, Kovacic? And I appreciate a player he's prepared to have a shot on the edge of the area. If anyone deserves a goal in this second half, it's definitely City. We've been by far the better side so far, but it's just starting to feel like at any moment Villa, they've just got the ability like this. Marcus Rashford's gone round Stefan Ortega, and he's hit the side netting. Oh. He's the one. He's the threat, really, isn't he? It was good goalkeeping by Stefan Ortega, actually, because he comes out but doesn't come out to commit. He comes out in a position and you're thinking he's going to fly at the feet of Marcus Rashford, and Rashford's going to nick it past him, clip him, another penalty. But he stopped Ortega, forced Marcus Rashford to have to get on the end of his own knock. You know, when he knocks it past Ortega, there's no touch, so you've got to go and get it, or it's going to be a goal kick. Second half. City 5 shots to Villa's 1, which they just had. 63 minutes in. 60% possession for City so far in the second half as well. So the stats back up what I just said, that City do deserve to be in the lead here. Just, you know, that McAtee one was the big one. That was the big one. And I'm not really that annoyed because it wasn't that easy. It's not that easy to finish that. Groove just pooed himself. Vietnam. What are you doing in Vietnam, Hannah? Bloody hell. Holidaying or work? Come on, City. Come on, City. Marmouche getting caught on the ball and then gives away a free kick. Good to see you, Rayan. That's an interesting take. Hello to Miami. Oh, no way were you born there. Fair dues. Born in Vietnam. Nice to trip and embrace my culture. Love to hear that, Hannah. That's cool. Apparently it's amazing. Jack, in it. You're borrowing an account, if I remember rightly. It's Jack, isn't it, if I remember? Kovacic wins the ball back, but then loses it. But De Bruyne wins it back. That's the game there. What I just said. Literally like, we lose it. We win it back. We lose it. We win it back. That's pretty much sums up this, especially the first half. This second half, we've been a bit more in control compared to Villa, but the first half was very bitty. Oh! I nearly choked. The ball from O'Reilly is just sensational. You're expecting him to put air on it, but it's a first time. It's a pass. It's a brilliant ball from Nico O'Reilly. The vision. What a ball. And McAtee just misses it. I'm sorry, mate. That's not good enough. The first one, I've given you a free pass because the effort was not easy. You weren't a million miles away. It's not easy to get that looping pass right over the head of Martinez. Some people would say he probably should hit the target from there. And obviously, if he does, it goes in. That one is just an absolute stinker. You've swung at the ball and completely missed it because any sort of connection is 2-1 City. Oh, fucking hell. Well, as we know against Crystal Palace, it takes McAtee 3 chances for him to get a goal. Because he missed some sitters, didn't he, in the Palace game. O'Reilly with another cross. Looking for McAtee at the back post, but this time flicked away by Lucadinha. Corner ball, man. Come on. He's been better in this second half. His corner taking so wasteful, though, for me. I think he could do so much better. You might want to point the finger at the players in the box a little bit, or maybe the defending has been good. I'm not sure it has. Here we go. We've got a corner, so let's see how he does. Let's see how he does. Because it's frustrating me. This time it's an outswinger, so there's no reason for this to be landing in the hands of Martinez. No reason. But the Villa set up with a half zone, as you can see, man marking half of the ball in. Vardiol's head, it was a good corner. You can't blame Kevin De Bruyne. That was a good ball in, and Vardiol just gets it wrong. Gets it wrong. Is that right, Hannah? Is that a good description? Vietnam is essentially the Lake District, which is nice, by the way. I've been there. A few times, actually, but I stayed at a spa hotel there, which was really nice. Had one of those like infinity pools that looked out over the lake. It was pretty cool. Ball over the top here for Vardiol to deal with, and he flicks it away, but not out of danger because Marcus Rashford's gone into a one-on-one situation with Nico O'Reilly. Kovacic gets back to defend him, and Nico O'Reilly just takes it off him. Well, he didn't really need to do anything, really, because... Oh, Kovacic! Oh, it's broken away there, and Ortega's going to collect that. But good positioning. Good play from Kovacic prior to him giving the ball away. His pass was a bit dodgy from Kovacic, but before that, he got back and double-teamed with Nico O'Reilly, which made Nico O'Reilly's job so much easier. Because Kovacic was like, you go left, I go right. Whichever way he goes, we're going to deal with him. Good play, that, from both of them. And they took it off him. City come forward again with Nico O'Reilly, who's doing his trademark second half, getting forward and getting involved sort of contribution that we've seen in the FA Cup, as well as Premier League games, as we saw against Everton and Palace, where he loves a goal in the second half, does Nico O'Reilly, and he's getting involved. Ball into Gundogan, who've been very quiet in this second half, Gundogan has. Good. Oh, it's a great interception by Onana. So long, man, his legs down. I was about to say good ball. I hadn't finished my sentence before it was intercepted. And Ruben Diaz takes it off Rashford. See you later, mate. You came in and complimented City, so fair play to you. Fair play to you, mate. Ebenezer wants Foden in. I'm not sure about that, mate. I'm not sure he's the man for the job right now. Last season's Foden, yeah, 100%. How good was Carlos Tevez, man? I loved him. I loved Tevez, man. He was so good. I'm sure there was a free kick he scored against... Was it against Stoke? That was kind of similar. Yaya scored one against Stoke that was kind of similar. I'm not sure it was against Stoke for Tevez, though. But the bend that he got on a free kick... He scored some unbelievable goals, Carlos Tevez. Throw in for Villa. Should be cleared. It is. By Gundogan. I've got a bad feeling this game's getting more and more annoying and frustrating. Gone out for a goal kick. To do that. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. If you haven't already, please do. Would you take a draw? Yes or no? Poll in the chat. Get involved. Get involved. Let me know your thoughts. Big up, mullet. Just scranned a toasted barm with fried egg, hash brown and 2 sausages, bit of brown sauce. Succulent. It is. Great run from Nico O'Reilly, who goes down and doesn't really complain. But that sounds delicious, mullet, mate. Doku in. Everyone's been asking for it. Get involved. What we're saying. Got 34% saying yes. Most people saying no. 65% saying no so far. Be interesting to know how that develops as the game goes on. Give us your vote. Let us know your thoughts. So Doku's coming on. Be interesting to see who for. Who would you take off for Doku in this situation? McAtee? I think there's an argument for Marmoush, to be honest. Because I think he's been poor. Kovacic coming forward. Nunes. The one thing I would say, Marmoush knows where the back of the net is, doesn't he? Like, a bit better. He's more of a natural finisher. Here you go. Gundogan, lay it off. Marmoush! And he's pulled it wide. Why do I speak? Why do I speak? Marmoush is a natural finisher. Marmoush! Wide. Okay, but yeah, probably McAtee off. Probably McAtee, I would guess. Proper opportunity. Nico O'Reilly, again, with brilliant contribution. Just this cross that comes in to Nico O'Reilly, and it is McAtee who's coming off at the back post. And the header is just pinpoint precision straight into Gundogan, who can bring it down and then lay it off to Marmoush, who then slices it wide. Well, drags it. He doesn't slice it. He drags it wide. But Jeremy Doku coming on what I'm guessing is going to be the right side of the pitch for City. Be interesting to see if Marmoush now goes out to the right and Doku plays left, where he's more preferred. But I think just Doku being on is good news. Asensio's coming on for Villa. He's a goal scorer as well, isn't he? He's a proper goal scorer. They've come to win the game here, haven't they, Villa? And Doku has gone left and Marmoush has gone right. Which I think is good. It's good to know that Pep's prepared to play him out there. So maybe Marmoush can get a bit more joy against Luca Digne rather than Matty Cash. Yeah, man. There's goals up there, isn't there now? There's proper goals up there. I agree. I am a bit worried. I think if we could get a second, I think that would force Villa's hand a little bit, because I'm not convinced by their approach to this game at the minute. They're not sure whether to stick or twist, because they know a point here in this situation keeps us within touching distance. It keeps them behind. Ollie Watkins as well coming on. At least, I was going to say, you've got to take off Rashford then, surely, and that's what they're doing. They're taking off Marcus Rashford, but I mean, I'm equally worried. I do feel like Ollie Watkins, ever since the Arsenal transfer deadline day rumour, wasn't it? Well, it wasn't a rumour, it was a fact. They put in a bid for him. Proper dickhead move, that, wasn't it, from Arsenal? Final day of the transfer window, deadline day. Go on, here's a bid. Proper fucked him up, that didn't it? Ever since that day, Ollie Watkins has been on the bench more often than not. He's been in and out of the squad. And I feel like he's trying to be respectful, but you can just tell, man, he's had his head turned. He's got an offer from Arsenal that will take him from challenging for top 4 spots to challenging for titles. You know, it's going to turn your head. Of course it is. And ever since then, he was starting every game. Every game. And it's no coincidence that they knew that was going on and they quickly brought in Rashford as well, didn't they? I don't think that's a coincidence, because they knew they've already replaced Watkins and it's Rashford for me. But yeah, Ollie Watkins, regardless of whether he's had his head turned, he knows where the back of the net is as well. He's a proper goal scorer. Box his nose off. Can't really miss it. It's quite big, isn't it? I mean, I can talk. Fucking hell, look at that. Jesus Christ. I'd box your hand off with my nose. That's what I'd do, mullet. If you punch this, mate, you're breaking your knuckles. It's made of rock. Yellow card for somebody. Nunes. Yeah, he's pulling the pants off McGinn. And that's not allowed. You are not allowed to try and remove the pants of a fellow professional footballer. That is against the rules. In life, really. You shouldn't do that in life, really. Unless it's your missus. And even then, consent. Consent. Why do our players keep attempting this? I'm not sure what you mean, mate. He has been a bit slippy. Bit of a slippy Stevie G, hasn't he? such a good moment. I don't think there's been a more poetic moment in Premier League history. Can you think of a more... Name me a more poetic moment. You know, where something just happens and it's like a combination of just like karma and justice and comedy. The comedy value of saying what he said and then doing what he did is hilarious. Villa are on the attack here. 12 minutes to go. They're going to fucking nick this. Ball in. Ortega's got to collect, and he does. Big, powerful arms from Stefan Ortega. Collects it, and then he bowls it out to Bernardo Silva, who's out in front of him. But there's no pace from the City side. Only really Marmoush. And it's a good interception. Well, it's not really. It was a difficult ball. It was only Marmoush to play it to there. But yeah, is there a more poetic moment than Steven Gerrard saying, "This does not slip now. This does not slip now." Ding. Damba goal. That was so, like, that was crazy how the words that he chose to use were that. This does not slip. Ollie Watkins are in it. We're in trouble here. Villa are in the penalty area here. They've cut it back to Lucadinha. He's forced him away from goal a little bit here, but Villa are looking for a winner. Offside. Get your flag up. Nope, he's onside. McGinn. Going away from goal. City have got numbers back now. We should be in a defensive shape now to look after this. It's a good ball by Pau Torres, but a heavy touch and Marmoush does well. Actually, no, it's Gundogan, sorry. And then De Bruyne takes it into his stride and sends Gundogan on his way, but Disasi's... No, Doku's got it. It's a 1-on-2. Doku versus Disasi and Konsa. Jeremy Doku into the penalty area. Just keeps it alive at least. Doesn't beat him, but doesn't lose it either. Well done, mate. Well done. Kovacic into the area. Lays it off to Gundogan. Marmoush is offside. He's offside. He should score. He does score, but he's offside. He scores, but it's offside. I could tell straight away. Yeah. Good finish. Found the back of the net. That's could build his confidence at least. The next time he's in front of goal and he's onside. Yeah, that was quite good. But there was no like moment. Obviously, he was talking about beating United, was there? That was hilarious. That was iconic. I'm talking about poetic. Do you know what I mean? That was iconic. That was just hilarious as a rant. I would love it if we beat them. Love it. I would love it if we beat them. It was like almost in tears, wasn't he? Like, with emotion. He'd absolutely lost his head. And it was at that point Fergie knew he'd won the league. Because he was sending on... And that level of emotion now, you see it with other managers now. You've heard Arteta lose his head. Antonio Conte lose his head. Managers that have that level of emotion and that ability to lose it and to be rattled that badly, that spreads onto the pitch, man. And you send the players on with that sort of feeling. And, yeah, cost Newcastle dearly, didn't it, mate? Yeah, looking forward to playing them, man. I do it, not Burnley. Burnley bore me a little bit, I must admit. They're very boring. Don't find Burnley a very enjoyable club at all. Find them quite boring. Proper yo-yo club now, aren't they? They're always up and down them. No foul set. No, he's fucking dickhead. Bernardo Silva's absolutely lost his shit with the referee. It feels like he won the ball then, and the referee has blown his whistle. Let's have another look at this and see if Bernardo Silva... It could be a foul. Rafa, yeah. Go on, leave it, Nunes, leave it. That song, man, you're just a fat Spanish waiter. He does wear a tux. He does look like a waiter, doesn't he? He did dress like a waiter, like a tuxedo almost, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't a tux, but it was definitely a suit. It's got to be offside. Got to be offside. Ollie Watkins. What are we doing here? He just about flags it. Yeah, Vardiol nearly crashes into the post. He stops it from going in, Vardiol. But he was miles offside. Miles offside. I do, man. And it's ironic that you're called droplets. I'm having a few droplets. Give me some droplets. I need a pee really badly. Doku, foul, surely. Referee, he gives it, man. One of these days, man, I'm going to say it, man. He is. He's shit. Absolute shit. He's had a big say on this game, man. Big say. Fucking hell, man. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Do you reckon we could get past 600 to 650 before the end of the stream? We've got probably about 10 minutes or so before the end of the game. De Bruyne. To the bar, well, on his way to the bar and chops it back. Plays it into Bernardo Silva. You touch, man. Touch. Come on, people. We nearly got to blast it up then. Do you reckon we could get to 700? I reckon we can. Come on, smash the likes, people. Ross Barkley. Stood there. What does this do to top 5 chances? I'm not sure what this really... The long-term impact of this is not great. Because I tell you what, we've not even drawn this game yet. We could still very easily lose this. Fucking hell, ref. Nearly tackled Kovacic there, the referee. Nearly a great interception by this. What's this guy's name, man? Ruben Diaz has gone down here. If he's cracked him in the face, it's a red card, isn't it? He's given a yellow card for a punch in the face. Well, Ruben Diaz has gone down holding his face. So if he's holding his face from an arm action from Watkins, then that's violent conduct, which is a red card. Nah, it's not. It's not a red card. He just dragged him. Ruben Diaz went down. Too easy. Bit of drama from Ruben Diaz, but gets Ollie Watkins in the book. So we're now on 59 points as it stands. Newcastle have a game in hand and are on 59 points. This is the perfect result for them. Perfect. Newcastle are like, just blow your fucking whistle, referee. Because this is perfect for them. And Villa stay on 58 on the same games, which keeps... But obviously Chelsea have got a game in hand now, and if they win it, they can go on to 60 and go ahead of us. So this isn't good in terms of the Premier League table. With 4 games to go for City, with all games that you would expect City to win, and this probably is the hardest of the games that remain. Don't forget, I'm pretty sure Newcastle face Chelsea as well. I'm sure, isn't that right? Or Villa face Chelsea. I'm sure Chelsea play one of the sides around us. So there's things happening in the fixtures elsewhere, outside of our own fixtures, that are going to help us one way or the other. So there has to be a winner or a loser, or a draw, or points dropped somewhere from someone before the end of the season. And as long as we go on and win our games at the end of this. But Villa are in here, and Nico O'Reilly gets back just in time to prevent the cross from Malin there. He's a bit of an headbanger as well, isn't he? He likes to put himself about. He's come on for Rodgers as well down this right-hand side, probably to test Vardiol and give him a new battle. I'd leave the country, mate. I'd leave the country. Corner ball to Villa, mate. It's cleared. Only to Malin at the edge of the area. Malin shot. Ortega saves. Are we going to get that 2-1 prediction right? A lot of people called it. That was my prediction as well. 2-1. Are we going to get the Marmoush late winner as well? Because a lot of people predicted that. A late winner for Marmoush. Kovacic is trying to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, coming forward. Gets it outside to Nunes, who knows how to cross the ball. But he's got Tielemans to beat first. Chops it onto his left, crosses it deep, and straight onto McGinn's head. Good strength from O'Reilly, winning that ball back off Malin there into Kovacic. Nunes has gone deep, but the ball from... He's done all right there, Nunes. He nearly ended up making it a good ball. It wasn't a great ball, that, from Kovacic. It was a little too flat. But 88 minutes approaches. City need a goal. Villa need a goal.
Newcastle need it to stay exactly as it is. Give him a chance, Roy, mate. I still think he's going to come. He's not been good in the last 2 games for me, Marmoush. He's been a little bit underwhelming, but I feel like he's still a player that I think next season we'll see a lot of positivity from. Referee's gifted a free kick to Villa. He loves a blink, doesn't he, O'Reilly? Loves a blink. Might have got something in his eye. I think he got a whack earlier in the game. It might be like his eyes, like when you get something in your eye. I've had stuff in my eyes. Does anyone play football on like the 4G pitches? You ever got any of that black shit in your eye? You know, these little bits of rubber on this artificial grass. And it like flicks up. You get any of that in your eye, man? It's just like you're just doing that, aren't you? Just getting in the car, you're driving home, mate. Because it fucks you. You can't see after that. Martinez goes long. Nunes committed. Aerial duel gets it all wrong, and he sent McGinn, who's bodied Bernardo Silva, but got a little bit lucky. Bernardo Silva ended up accidentally backheeling it, and McGinn goes mental at the referee, expecting it to be a throw into Villa, but it's a throw into City, but right by our own corner flag. Bernardo Silva took his time to actually clear that ball, but he's only cleared it onto the head of Malin, but here comes Nico O'Reilly. Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he, Malin? He wins the tackle against Nico O'Reilly. What's the poll saying? 71% say no. I'm going to leave it there now. 71% say no. Would you take a draw? Goals conceded in the 90-plus minutes. Most this season, Aston Villa, second most conceded goals in injury time. Behind Southampton. 5 minutes to go. Can City nick it? Doku. Certainly not had the impact he had against Everton, because he came on and was just lightning and just like a constant pest coming down that left-hand side. Doku's had one real moment to speak of where he just held on to it. Other than that, he's not really brought any City players into action or caused any problems for Villa. But that's the thing. We can't have a player that's... I asked the question in the previous video, and some of you answered, which I appreciate. Would you take him as a super sub? Is that what he now is? Is he a super sub? I don't want a super sub player. I want players that are challenging for starting 11 spots. I don't think he'd be happy if he got told, right, Doku, we're going to bring you on for the last 15 minutes of every game, basically. And whether we're winning or we're losing, we're going to bring you on to rip up tired legs, fullbacks that are knackered. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work every now and again, but I mean, it's hard to get into the swing of games as a substitute. You know, I think you have a much better chance of proving yourself when you're starting games. Do you know what I mean? There's been some poor performances out there. I think Bernardo Silva's had a bit of a poo game. Even though he scored, I don't think he's been very good. I think his touch and his contribution has just been not there. You know, and he got his goal. So, yeah, people will say, well, he scored, Jonny. But, yeah, I know. But it's like, what's he done outside of that? It's been disappointing. De Bruyne has been better in this second half, but still need to see more. We've got a corner. It was a Nunes cross that was blocked. And De Bruyne is going to take, what, is this the corner number 11? Corner number 10? Vardiol and Tielemans having a bit of a laugh. Don't like to see that. Why are they smart? I hate to see that. Ruben Diaz with the header. Saved by Martinez. Who is now going to hold on to this ball fucking till the final whistle, basically, I would imagine. One. One more chance, City. That's all we need. One more chance. And there's time for Villa to get one as well. Who's been your man of the match? Chat. Who's been your man of the match? I must admit, I think he could have done better. I would have liked to have seen, post-Christmas, a step up, Stefan. I thought after Christmas, because it was like, yeah, okay, let's give him the first 6 months. And then after Christmas, February maybe onwards, we'd start to see the more. He has been the same all season. Just nearly there. A bit of a threat, a dribbling threat. And here, speaking of a dribbling threat, here comes Jeremy Doku. He's beaten Disasi. He gets the ball across the face of goal. Yes! And Mateus Nunes has scored the winner in the stoppage time. And Aston Villa have fucking lost the game in stoppage time. Once again, Manchester City are doing the fucking business. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Come on, City. Fucking, we've done it. Yeah. Fucking, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's Jeremy Doku. Fucking rip the arms off this fucking chair. Come on, City. I can't believe this. I can't believe it's stoppage time. They've done it again. No way. Mateus Nunes. Oh, Jeremy Doku. Doku skips past Disasi, who commits. And then Doku just sprays this beautiful ball. You can't defend that cross from Jeremy Doku outside of the boot, along the ground. Excuse me. Oh. Mateus Nunes at the back post. Pep goes wild. Unai Emery. We've still not won this game, by the way. There's enough time for them to lump it forward and do something. Oh, that you greasy head twat. I'm not sure we can hold it yet because this game's not won yet. They'll go to 96 now, guaranteed. They will go to 96. Go on, they've given it away. Don't give it away now. Hold it. Gundogan. No. Throw into City. Right. Take your time. Into third place we go. 61 points. We are shitting it. Oh, let's go. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so fucking buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. You know the tears, man. You know the people who just like, you know full well the people that wanted us to not finish in the Champions League spots because they know what it means. They know the damage it'll do to this club if we do not get Champions League football for next season. The players we can bring in as a result, the players we now have, well, there's no player that's out of reach for this football club if we have Champions League football. There's a whole host of names that become very difficult to sign if we do not get Champions League football. And to currently sit in third with plenty of teams and games in hand, but that is one game down, close to the end of the season with 3 more points on the fucking board. Come on, City. Don't give it away now. Offside. We're not really here. Definitely woke my daughter up. I'm surprised I'm not hearing tears because she's like on the other side of that wall, man. Literally right behind where your camera is. There's a little 1-year-old girl sleeping. And there's some fucking bellend in the room next door going... She's lucky to have a dickhead dad like me, isn't she? She's a fucking lucky one. Oh, City, what are you doing to me here? What are you doing to me? 2-1, yeah. Forgot. There you go. Pop that on there. Stick that in your fucking pipe and fucking smoke it. And then when you're done smoking it, shove it up your fucking arse. Game over, by the way. That's the full-time whistle. Can't believe it. I have no way did they... Sky Sports popping up that little graphic at the end there. Aston Villa have conceded the second most goals in stoppage time. Oh, Marcus Rashford. He looks so sad. Oh, little Marcus Rashford. Oh, no, Marcus. What's happened? What's gone on? What wrong there, mate? Oh. Maybe there's some government campaigns you could get involved in after this that might make you feel better and take your eye off the football once again. Fucking get in, City. Have some of that. Fucking have that. Fucking have that. And fucking have one of them as well, you twat. Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Oh, Jason, what are you saying? In honour of my son's birthday and City win, let's go Blues. Big up, Jason, and big up to your son's birthday. Massive appreciate the super chat, mate. How old is he, mate? Happy birthday, Mr. Miaza. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne and Pep having an argument. A bit of a, not an argument, a happy one. But Jeremy Doku. No way. I don't know why I've lowered myself. Just lowered myself. Just feel like I'm a bit high right now. Need to bring myself down a notch. Shashwat. Wonderful, mate. It is wonderful. It really is. It really is. Jeremy Doku, mate. I mean, Jack, I'm going for Doku at the minute. I mean, well, talk about impact. You're 100% right. 100%. How many times now? That's 2 games he's come on and changed the game. You know, and I was saying, I said he is not having the impact that he did against Everton. He went on and did it. He still did it. You know what I mean? In such a short space of time, he has changed the game again. When I said what I said, it was right. He hadn't done anything at that point. It was like, he's not having the same impact. He wasn't being able to drive forward. But all it took was Disarce at right back from Chelsea, now at Villa, coming on as a sub, committing to that tackle against Doku. And Doku's speed, mate, he's like, Doku's like the karate guys who put like things in your hand, and it's like, when you are ready to take this rock from my hand, you will be ready to defeat me. And everyone goes dum 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 dum, and then someone goes, and then he takes it away. That's Doku, mate. You know, just no chance, no chance. You're not ready, Disarce. You're not ready. You're not ready for Doku. No one's ready for Doku. And he's like, just flying past you, mate. Look at that juicy league table. Look at that. Much better. Much of a muchness better. 61 points. 1 point ahead of Forest. Game in hand. Newcastle, game in hand. 2 points ahead of them. Which means they've got to win their game in hand to overtake us. Because this was all very worrying at 1-1. It was like, oh, so up in the air. That's very much got one big foot into next season's Champions League campaign, that has. That's a big move, that is. And what have we got next? We've got a semi-final against Nottingham Forest coming up next, which is huge for the season. The confidence that we will get from that. Taking this in. So what are we now? We're winning 4 wins in a row, are we not? What are we on now? Excuse me. Sure, we've won like 4 in a row now. Something like that. Might be a draw in there or something, but... No, the United. Bloody United. But do you know what I mean? 1 defeat in 10 now for City. That's a fact. But I've got some facts for you, actually. Here you go. So that is now City have got 13 points from a possible 15 points. With 3 clean sheets in the process. City, we've also won. Now we have won 15 in a row against Aston Villa at the Etihad, which is the second longest record in Premier League history for what against one side on home soil. The second longest. Do you want to know who the longest is? 16 wins in a row, City versus Newcastle. The 2 sides that we've beaten this season at home, who are now beneath us in the Premier League, are first and second as the worst away ground to visit ever in terms of record. 16 wins in a row at the Etihad versus Newcastle, and now 15 wins in a row versus Villa, at the Etihad. Unbelievable. And we've just beaten Record's away record at the minute because they'd won their 3 previous away games as well, which is interesting. Yeah. And also congratulations to Mateo Kovacic making his 200th Premier League appearance today. Big.
Big up to Bonsai, mate. Sent one typical City gifted membership. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Let's spread the joy, spread the love. Come on. 9320 part 2. A little, yeah, not quite the same, but still bloody brilliant. It was a lovely move. Do you know what I mean? Nowadays, well, because we've lowered the standards. Do you know what I mean? It was like United when they came back against Leon. They were saying, like, oh, it's like 99. It's like, oh, yeah, it's only Leon in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Like a major comeback like that. Oh, it's like being at 99. What, winning the Champions League with the last kick of the game? It was that, was it? Do you know what I mean? No. But obviously, this is the thing. Their standards have dropped. Our standards have dropped. Do you know what I mean? So, like, this was a big moment in comparison to our season, as it was United's big moment in the Europa League. But still, do you know what I mean? That moment was the best moment in my life, really. On par with my children being born. Do you know what I mean? Big, big memory that is. Like, unbelievable, 9320. But still, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ralph, good to see you get it. Messi Magic bags it. You're always in it. And you, Anthony, as well. I'm glad you guys got it, which is good. Not really. Anyone who grabs it first come, first serve, innit, really? But Clifford as well. And Yash. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Spam the emojis as well. Got one from Mullet. Nice. Mullet spreading the love. You're always spreading the love, mate. Come on. What are we on? 900 likes. Oh, come on. Let's get to 1,000 people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. 940 likes. Smash the like button. If I ask it to do it for City, there'll probably be some people who hit the dislike button. I'm pretty sure that I get quite... You don't see the dislike button anymore. Who's got that extension on Google Chrome where you can see the dislike button? I missed the dislike button. I want it. I get a reasonable amount of dislikes now, you know. I piss a lot of people off, I think. I'm averaging about 10 per video now, which I'm quite pleased with. Do you know what I mean? It's better than being boring, isn't it? I get a lot of likes, which I appreciate, mostly from wonderful, wonderful City fans, but I'm pissing some people off, which is funny, which is good. I do like it. But anyway, City, third place. Jeremy Doku. I want to see that goal back again. That feeling of that ball going into the back of the net as it drifted across the goal like that, man. That's such a good feeling, man. We said 2-1, the chat. We didn't get Marmouche. A lot of us were saying Marmouche for a late winner. But we were saying 2-1. We were saying a late winner. Lots of people called that today. Lots of people called that. And that's mad how it happened. It's a funny old game, man. It is a funny old game, innit? Fucking hell. And I stood on my chair as well. I nearly didn't wear pants for this watch-along as well. Because it's hot in here. Look, the air's gone. No, they're still a bit normal. But... yeah, come on, smash the likes. Oh, big up to you lot, hitting the like button. No, you've got it, but you can't see them, Christine. You can't see the number. Do you know what I mean? You'll have the dislike button. Sorry, they didn't get rid of it. YouTube kept the dislike button, but they can't see the number. And it all came from, was it an Adidas advert or something like that? I'm sure it was like an Adidas advert that was like overly woke. And it got that many dislikes that the CEO of Adidas, or like the marketing team of Adidas, complained to YouTube, like, we're paying you money to put our advert onto YouTube for everyone to see, and the trailer for the advert has got that many dislikes that it's actually harmed the brand. Like, it's that bad. And so they made a campaign and said, we want you to remove the number of dislikes that people can see, because it was like 500,000 dislikes compared to like 10,000 likes. Like, the world just like trashed this advert from Adidas. I'm sure it was an Adidas advert. And then, yeah, ever since then, YouTube are like, okay, well, seeing as you're paying us lots of money, we better get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is wrong. I think it's a good indication. I miss that number, because you click on a video nowadays on YouTube and it's like, you can't see the number of dislikes, but you can see the number of likes. You don't know if it's a good video or not, because if there's 10,000 dislikes, then you know that immediately when you get there, this video's shit, and it's a waste of time to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's like an opinion thing and you're just pissing people off. But anyway, completely lost my mind there, talking bollocks as usual. Talking bollocks as usual. But big up to you lot for hitting the like button. Massively appreciate that. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? I'm sure it was an Adidas advert. I'm sure I heard that. I'm sure I heard that. See you, Rosemary. Go woke, I go broke. Mate,
I love Yaya, man. Good spot, though. Not many people spot that. Company, Aguero, De Bruyne, Silva, obviously Haaland there. Where's he gone? But you're absolutely right. That there is Sean Goater. I think I could get rid of all of this and show you what's what, actually. Because... where is it now? It's weird. You've never seen it without the overlay, have you? You can see more of my room. Oh, there's also... oh, it's gone weird. It's gone weird. But you can see all sorts of shit going on now, can't you? Proper behind-the-scenes jobby. Up there, above me, that's a little signed 30th birthday from the club. That is Sean Goater, and that ticket there, that is a match ticket stub from the last ever Manchester derby at Main Road, where Sean Goater scored his 99th and his 100th goal. And that is Roberto Mancini holding a picture of a shirt with my surname on it. Can you read it out? Can you read that name? I'm going to pop that back on. Anyway, yeah, there you go. But yeah, Yaya, you're absolutely right. I love Yaya, and I haven't got many things of him. I haven't. And I am a big, big fan of Yaya. He was a steam train of a player. Steam train. Loved him. Loved Yaya. Bish Bosh, mate. Love that name. Welcome to the Typical City Member Club, mate. You're very much welcome and massively appreciate it. Nice one, mate, for becoming a member. The support is big. Appreciate it. I said shampoo. You saw me standing. You saw me balding alone without a hair on my head. Balding all on my own. Shampoo. You saw me balding alone without a hair on my head. Balding all on my own. Shampoo. Mullet, mate. Buzzing, man. I can't believe we've done that. 2-1, man. It feels like... do you know what? I feel like we deserve that win. Like, for this season we've had... I don't think we've had enough of them moments this season as City fans. We have deserved a moment like that. The last one was obviously the Wolves one. How long ago did that feel like? That felt like that almost felt like last season, doesn't it? That almost merges. That feeling that we had, that aura around the club of when John Stones stepped up in the 96th minute and Bosch's one past, I can't remember who was in that. Jose Sarr, I think it was, for Wolves. Last minute winner. That feeling that we had at that point, we didn't realise what crash course collision we were on, how bad the season was about to get. We had no idea at that point. As a fan base, we were blissfully unaware of the horrible season that was about to unfold at that point. So much so that it's been so long since that feeling that it feels like last season, that goal. And all since that moment, it's just been a little bit of a rocky road, is putting it politely, is being gentle with the description of the season. So inconsistent. To get a moment like that in a period of time where performances don't matter, results are all that matters. And it's a typical City. It's end of season City. The goals changed because obviously the damage has already been done in the start of the season. But this City and Pep Guardiola, he gets them playing with the last 10 games of the season, doesn't he? Even if, like, yeah, now we're fighting for top 4, we are now playing better football than we were, with a group of players that were massively underperforming. He has changed their mentality. So the idea for me that Pep out, this is starting to prove why you are wrong, and you're going to be proved so badly wrong. The Pep outers are going to be proved incredibly wrong, whether it be next season or the season out. I promise you that. But you're almost being proved wrong now. You know what I mean? Now you're living it. Now you're sampling the ability of this man. That no matter how bad things have got, he's still turning around. We're third in the fucking league behind Arsenal and Liverpool, who are supposed to be absolutely better than ever, blitzing past everyone. Yeah, we are the best of the rest, but yeah, we're the best of the rest. I don't think that's... Comparing to how the season's gone, that's not the end of the world. And also factoring in, we won 4 leagues in a row before this season, so you have to expect some sort of decline. We are fixing it. This is the process now. We are in the midst of fixing it right now, and it's rectifying the situation, and it's going well. It's going well. I think it's doing all right. I think we're doing all right here. I really believe that. And Nunes, mate. Oh, can't believe he did it. And the redemption as well. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Patel, mate. 100%. Yeah, because he did fuck it up, really, didn't he? At the beginning. They're showing this goal back, man. I need to see this goal, and then I'm gonna have to go. But Jeremy Doku, ball across to the back post. Nunes. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. The Sarsi's the one. He's the one that will be in the bad books of the Villa fans. Pau Torres there for me, actually. I don't think, if you look at this again, look how close Pau Torres is. He doesn't touch it because he's afraid of putting it in his own net. But I don't think he realises he's not, like, adjacent to the goal. He could actually put this out for a corner. If he just stretches for that, Pau Torres, he puts it out for a corner. And then at the back post, Nunes fucking sweeps in and makes it 2-1. Oh, man. Nice one, Phil, mate. In the next one, man. See you in the next one, mate. I'm not sure we're back. We're definitely on our way. We are on our way, Mittel. We are definitely on our way, but we're not back. Depends what you want to be back to, because the standards, I'm not sure. I wonder if we'll ever be back to that. 4 in a row treble winning, 100 points. I'm not sure. I think I would like to win one more league title with Pep, and I think he'll do it. And I think he'll do it. It'll be tough. I just think it'll be tough. And I want to know what points Liverpool are going to get at the end of the season as well, because I would love to know how many points we got in the 4 in a row seasons. What was the lowest amount of points we got? I think it was last season, wasn't it? Our lowest point tally in that 4 in a row seasons. If you look at that season, what was the total point tally? Not combined, but for each season. And if Liverpool are able to get past the amount of points in any of those seasons, because that alone will show how well we did in those seasons and how difficult it is to get the amount of points that we got in those seasons, because they're still in the 70s. Obviously 5 games to go. I would not be surprised if they win it with 4 games to go. Their next game, is it Spurs? I think they can win the league against Spurs. And then Liverpool win the league, take the foot off the gas, probably lose a couple of games because they're on the beach and they've won the league. So they take their eye off the ball a little bit and drop silly points and end up finishing on like mid-80s, which is, which shows how difficult it was for City to win the 100 points, because this side doesn't stop. That side in particular did not stop. We won the league with weeks still to go. Like, you know what I mean? The earliest the Premier League had ever been won was by that Manchester City side. Yet we carried on. More points, please. More points, please. I want more points. The hunger, the drive. That's Pep. Do you know what I mean? It's insatiable. 100 points. It's fucking unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And I still don't think it's been understood how difficult that achievement really was. Honestly, I really believe that. Is that the lowest? Oh, yeah, they're going to beat that. Was that yeah, that's quite low. It was 86. So that's not that low. I'm getting mixed reports. See you later, Andy, mate. Have a good one, mate. But yeah, I'm going to head off as well, people. But it's been really good, man, talking to you. What a game. Well, not in terms of entertainment, but in terms of result, it bloody was, mate. World Shampoo's reaction was bloody brilliant, mate. He was just like getting that lather, getting the froth going. He was like, oh. He's in the showers now with Ruben Diaz. They're all shampooing Pep, going, rubbing his little head and shampooing him, giving him one of them. Mario, mate, FA Cup, mate. Big, it's big. 86 points. So that's what I mean. That's quite far away from Liverpool, man. I think they've got to win most of their games to get there. They really do. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Everybody, take care. Enjoy your evening. Thanks very much for tuning into Typical City. Smash your like button on the way out as well. Subscribe if you're new. Members would be appreciated as well if you want to support the channel even further, but don't feel obliged. But massively, massively appreciate everyone that tuned in to this one. And 3 points on the board. City 1 big foot into the next season of Champions League football. But take care, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.